we love. No marketing, BS, money side price wash. Synth quiz and news. So sit back, relax. Enjoy your favorite crew. Synth Geekery show. Synth Geekery's where it's at. So join the channel and come on for a chat.
Hey everyone, welcome to Synth Geekery, episode 320, streaming live from Perth, Western Australia. Hope you're having an awesome Saturday. A Synthy Saturday is what we would like to hope you're having. And let us know in chat if you're new here, lurking, or a long-time lurker. Jump into chat, say hi, tell us where you're from. I know we sort of do reach out in a lot of different places around the world, and it's so cool to see where everyone is actually watching the show from. So yeah, we've got a couple of people missing. There's a little hole there for Andy. I don't know what's happening with Andy. Did he sleep in? Maybe he's forgotten that it's an hour earlier in his part of the world. Anyway, we've got Daren and we've got Chris for now. Maybe we'll put the chatties in the corner until Andy pops in. Now Ian's away this week. He sent his apologies. He did say that he was doing a thingamy. So that's why Ian's not here. Is everyone unmuted? Everyone working okay? Chris, you're working okay?
Check 1, 2.
Daren, all good?
Check.
Hey,
Am I loud
working.
enough? Because I've not touched the mic this time.
I think so. And if you guys hear annoying fan sound in the background, it's my fault. I've got the fan on in here. I can turn it off. Just it was quite warm today in my city, so it hit the 30 degrees Celsius here, which is kind of nice. And yeah, it was cool. We got to spend myself and my son. We got to go up to this water park, and it was beautiful. There was the water slides, and yeah, beautiful day. Nice. Sunny day, no wind. It was really nice. So that was what I've been up to today. Hope I didn't too sunburn. I'm looking a little glowy today. Getting a bit of ozone depleted sun.
A little bit of rosé, yes.
Yeah. We have got a lot of stuff to get through today in the show. Thank you guys for sticking with us over the 6+ years that we've been going through, and I do hope you guys enjoy the regular segments that we've got, which are all full today. But yes, news-wise, oh my goodness, is there some stuff that's popped out, and some stuff we knew about, some stuff we thought might be happening, and some stuff we had no idea, and some stuff Daren asked me to do last week. So
I didn't ask you to do it.
If he asks,
I put it in there. I put it in there.
If he asks, we do. He's like the boss here. See, he just cracked.
Okay.
He's nice on the screen, right? But
No,
behind the
if
camera,
the purple one asked, then you would have done it. When I ask, it's we'll think about that.
Well, let's say a quick good day to all the chatties. I know they're sort of populating themselves slowly into the show. I hope you guys are getting used to the 1 hour time difference. I don't know if you guys know, but where Chris and I live, we never ever change our clocks here. It's fantastic. Lovely. Actually, I have to say, Paul, you don't know what you're missing. It is fantastic. But yeah, big hello to all the chatties. Do say good day if you, like I said before, if you are new, and also don't forget to say good day if you're regulars as well. Don't just do it because you're new. Anyway, awesome. Okay, let's do how's your week been? And geez, I'm strapped with who do I choose, A or B?
Toss a coin, my friend.
We'll go with Daren. Daren, how's your week been?
Well, the week's been okay. So yeah, people might be getting a bit confused with our time change anyway. Although that was the week before, but because normally I have my dinner and I've got an hour before I get on the show. Now I'm looking at the clock going, I'll have my dinner. Oh God, the show's on in a minute, quick. But the week's been fine. Put a track out last week with Chrissy's wonderful vocals on there.
Yes.
and been messing about with other stuff.
I wouldn't say that,
Other
but
bits
yeah.
of music, which I can't say. So that's basically been my week. Other than that, I'm working, so I can keep it quite short. But yeah, track out last week with Chris's vocals, working on other stuff, and planning for a new live rig, which I've got it in my mind. It's just one of those things where I've got it in my mind, but I don't know how to actually do it because I've not equipped with certain things. Probably could do with a massive 3D printer in the back, just ripping out all the stuff that I want. It's got to be quite light but big. But anyway, that's a different story. So that's my week.
It's a great week, Darren. I enjoyed that week. Fantastic. Yeah.
I wasn't at any water park, which would have been better.
It would have been. Yeah. You should come down.
Yeah, I didn't go to a water park. We actually had a bushfire nearby, which was a bit scary. But
I heard about that.
Yes, more about that. So my week's been pretty good. I've been working on getting my DIY kit for the compact mixer into the shop. That'll happen on Monday or Tuesday. So, that guy.
Doesn't look cool.
So
It looks so cool.
Oh, thank you.
It just reminds me of
got
the
my
old
colour
Dick
scheme
Smith
down.
days.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. No, it's good fun. Kids are good fun. I enjoy them, so I like to put the same kind of... try and bring that joy to other people if I can. So, yeah, there's things sorted out on the bench. Yes, that's how all of my customers, I expect them to put everything out in an orderly fashion. Not. Yeah, so believe it or not, we had a bushfire nearby, and we got some scary warnings, but then it was downgraded and everything's okay at the moment. But we had lots of activity and helitacs flying around, dropping water and stuff, so it was all a bit interesting. Fortunately, the weather wasn't really blowing over this way, so I think most of the smoke ended up somewhere else. But, bit of an exciting, unexpected event for the day.
It was on Wireless Hill, wasn't it? Is that where it was? Wireless Hill?
It was indeed. Yes,
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. Yes. Next to Garden City. So I've done a little bit of work on the remixes. I've been arranging the remixes and a bit of housekeeping that I very early on to keep the flow going. I left for later, and now it's later, so I have to do the housekeeping. But that's good.
Procrastination is your friend.
Oh, well, it's inspiration, keeping a flow state going, no hands, without having to stop doing housekeeping. Yeah, so good there. Apart from that, there's probably a million things I've forgotten, but nothing's blown up, is what I always say every week, isn't it? Back to you, Rants.
Things that aren't allowed to blow up. We don't want things blown up.
Yeah, no, nothing's blown up.
I have to tell you, I'm still sad about my MKR flanger pedal when it blew up, and that was just my own fault because I didn't realise that it needs 18 volts, which is kind of weird. With those Dunlop pedals, they need a weird voltage. Still me. Didn't work out that it's got two 9-volt batteries in the back. Hello, what does that add up to? Yeah.
We
Did you just think one of them was an emergency one in case one ran out, you switch over to the second?
I just thought they were being greedy, Darren.
Yeah.
Asking for 2 batteries, bastards.
Like
You
a
don't
spare
need
petrol
18.
tank.
Everyone over specifies their power supplies.
Yeah. Yes. Wow, guys. Yeah, go.
I was going to say, keep it in the bin of shame, I call it. In electronics, we have a saying, the bin of shame, and what you do is that anything you did and you're not very proud of, something you destroyed, something that cost you a lot of money because you destroyed it, you put in your bin of shame, and you have it there always on the shelf with the bin of shame written on it. And every now and then when you think about cutting a corner or not researching something, you have a look at your bin of shame and go, I think I'll just Google that before I plug that.
My mates say to me, like, why do you always talk about the stupid things you do? Because you're just making yourself look more stupid. And I'm like, A, it gets a laugh. B, why lie about the truth? And C, go back to A and B.
That's enough, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I quite agree.
Yeah. Let's do some synth quizzing. Should we do that? Hooray!
Hit us.
Have I got a new little they've told me I've got a new thing. Where is it? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to press this one. Yes, Synth Quiz. I'm kind of feeling kind of relaxed today. I'm probably hanging out with the water park a bit too much, and I don't know. Feeling relaxed anyway. I might have to go and grab a beer in a minute. Synth Quiz. Yes, that's what it's about. Synth Quiz. Yes, we have one this week, and I don't know. I kind of feel like if you guys, I say this every week, but if you guys don't get this with the first clue, there is definitely something wrong with me, probably, because I just have these high expectations about your knowledge. Here we go. Here's the first clue. What? Okay. It's not a typo. There we go. It's a clue. Right. Enough being stupid. We will revisit the synth clues. We're going to get 2 more, so don't worry. I reckon people are starting to guess what it is straight away. But 2 more clues will be popping out during the show at some random fashion. Sometimes people get really angry with me when I don't give the 3rd clue until right before we're about to end the stream. But hey, you know, if you want to run the Synth Quiz, become a sponsor and then you can run it.
I'll try and remind you all the same.
Yeah, people do. People are screaming at me and saying, "Where's my 3rd clue? Where's my 3rd clue?
Give me the clue, damn it."
You guys know who you are. Right, we are going to get crack on with the rest of the show. I've said hello to chatties. I've said hello to Daren. I've said hello to Chris. Andy's not here. Good. Let's go here. Stranger things do happen. Now, Andy is supposed to be down the bottom, and I actually went and changed it from the chatties, and now he's not there. I'm just going to leave it. Stuff it. I can't be bothered. You guys know who you are. Now, what I'm wondering is, why is that last week's meme? Because probably it didn't refresh. There we go. Oscar Piastri, currently coming 2nd by 1 point in the Formula 1, is doing some ads for Teenage Engineering. I mean, this is just a meme in itself, isn't it? Formula 1 racing car driver. Nobody wants him to win, including his own team. That's why they let Lando Norris get in front. I mean, the guy was like, his car was stuffed with, oh my God. Anyway, did anyone pick the colour relation to the OP1? Anyone? Oh, good. We've all got that. Daren, your favourite word, it is the knob. Yes, Daren.
It's the nice orange knob.
The orange
knob holding the keyboard? Or no, sorry.
Yeah. Oops. Yes, it's an F. Well, guys, don't press your F1 key because that's a different problem altogether. You may get a different type of help. Right, next. Yeah. According to Steve, this is the latest and greatest Boss effects pedal.
Yeah.
The XS1. I do like the... You just have to have a bit of a look at this and see what's going on, because there's kind of some little graphic changes in here. We'll do the toilet jokes here, people. We'll do the toilet jokes. All right.
Classical music jokes.
Yes. Gosh, at least it isn't Control-Alt-Delete as well, especially on a Linux terminal. Right. I once released actual music using my synth gear. Is the question in Would I Lie to You?
Yes.
It's great, this one. I like this one. Can you imagine?
Yes.
This guy is probably not the one I would have picked. I would have picked the nerdy guy. What's his name? The guy with the beard. He always does the nerdy IT sort of roles in UK TV. Oh, what's his friggin' name?
You mean Richard Ayoade? No.
Yeah.
Not Richard Ayoade.
Forget his name. Doesn't matter. We're gonna waste the show.
I would actually. Bob would say something like this anyway.
Yeah.
And you'd never know whether he'd be telling the truth or not.
Oh, come on. I've got to get the names. It is David Mitchell is the one I'm thinking of.
David Mitchell.
Oh, David Mitchell, yes. Yeah,
Yes.
of course. I like David Mitchell.
Yeah, because he was, that famous show that he did with the other guy where it's just like, he plays the awkward role. Yeah. Doesn't he play the
Peep
awkward
Show.
role well? Yeah, Peep Show, that's it. That's the good one. Anyway.
Well, I suppose you haven't seen the latest Mitchell and Webb series, because they've done Sweary Farm.
I have.
Oh, have you? Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm all over it, mate. It's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Let's get on to the next one. Prove that you're a human. Tweak this compressor for 5 minutes without realizing it's bypassed.
We've all done it. Well, I've done.
Oh yeah.
recently.
That sounds good. There. Yeah, there. Oh, hang on.
I've done it recently.
Bypassed.
Yes, when you go, that sounds really good, but have I just made it louder? I see, I'm smart. I just checked this and I think it's bypassed the whole time.
Oh, the other
all
one is,
done it.
it's very, very subtle, this compressor, this new one. It's very subtle. It's very much minute.
Yeah.
I
It's very
put 4 of
tweaky.
them in a, yes, I put 4 compressors in a row and it still didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
That's when you find the chains
This little
bypassed.
pop filter just wants to pop right in front of me today.
Okay.
Are we done? We're done. Let's release the hounds in the chat room. The chat bot has asked you guys, please pick your favorite meme for this week and let us know. Options are 0, I should say, 0 if you're from this country, for Oscar Piastri, 1 for poo, 2 for lies, and 3 for prove that you're a human, that is. Nice and easy for you guys, single words this week. So exclamation mark, vote. Don't just put the number in your numpties. Come on. Exclamation mark, vote.
Go back.
Yeah.
Yes, we need a.
Then a
naughty
space
corner
and
to
then
open
the
it.
number. Yeah, look what other people are doing. Come on.
Oh, wow.
You
abbreviations
guys
are
know who you are.
unfortunately not
Bicky, come on,
accepted.
you should do better than that.
Yeah. Come on.
Bicky's just
Time
doing it
again.
to troll me, I'm sure of it. He's laughing right now. I can tell. He's just having a freaking laugh right now. There we go. He's fixed himself. Good
that's
boy.
why he can't type, because he's laughing too hard.
I think we've got a clear winner this week. That's for sure. It's going to be quite difficult to catch up to this one. Yep.
Even I can work out the winner from here. And
Yeah,
it's
I
something
think-
I picked for a change.
I think you could probably work it out. I was stressed by trying to get it right. Good on you, Bicky.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Don't want to put you under pressure, mate. It's made me wrong. Quote of the century. All right, I think we should stop the. It just keeps growing. It's like one of those aliens. Here we go. The winner is. Geez. See if you can guess what the winner is. There's the winner.
Oh, what a surprise.
Prove that you're a human. With 9 votes.
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty good. Awesome. Meme's done.
That's very good. That's really
Good job, guys. Worked it out. Beautiful. I should mention we are streaming on other platforms, and I always fail to tell guys what it is. It's like these secret places that we're streaming on. Well, Facebook is one of them. The chatbot was
cool.
probably telling you about that some stage. Twitch is another one. Twitch.tv/Synth Geekery. I know this synth channel is called Ranzee. I thought about changing it to Synth Geekery. I thought about adding a new channel called, I don't know. I just can't be bothered. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Synth Geekery was kind of, we asked, Daren and I kind of thought, we're not going to call it live stream because it's kind of a bit boring. So we decided to give it a name about a year in. And then it's kind of turned into this beast, hasn't it, Daren?
Yeah, we just. Didn't we start off with Ranzee's live stream?
Ranzee's live stream, yeah.
And then we just bin the live stream at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played the start of that first one for a few times. It's quite hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, so twitch.tv/Synth Geekery. I think we're on Kick. Kick is another platform. We're on Trovo. That's another platform. So they're both Synth Geekeries as well, if you're looking for those. And I'm not doing X and I'm not doing TikTok at the moment. The reason why I'm not doing TikTok, I've actually worked out what the problem is. They want me to use this app that runs only on Windows, And I like to use the Mac to send the stream out to the world, which I'm using. If you're wondering the app I'm using Streamlabs, which is really good. That means I can multi-stream and all that sort of stuff. It's not my streaming software that I'm using here. It's Windows software called vMix, but it's actually the streaming out to the multi, facilities out there. So yeah, and also you're right, Bicky. TikTok is kind of evil. I feel they want me to do game content 50% of the time, and you guys imagine if I started playing Minecraft or something halfway through, friggin'. Yeah.
Something's wrong when something's wrong when there's more game content on TikTok than there is on Twitch.
Yeah,
which was designed for game content. Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, isn't it? It is kind of weird. I think that
bizarro world
TikTok's
again.
trying to take over Twitch, or I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, we should head over to the news because, like I said, we do have a bit to get through. Let's tackle that right now. Knowing me, I haven't got the videos lined up, of course. Here we go. Delay and behold, we did talk about this thing about 2 years ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's how. By the way, that's how long ago it was when we talked about this.
Yeah, I remember when it was leaked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or now.
So
I think at the time you even said that we'll see what it's like in 2 years' time.
Probably.
At that time.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe Yuli's like watching, going, "I'll get this Ranzee fella. I'll make him wait 2 years, the little bugger." I don't know if it's really benefiting me, Yuli, if you're watching. It might be disbenefiting you. Anyway. Let's get a video lined up. Yeah, I know. You've probably all seen it. It goes for 12 minutes. We're not going to watch the 12 minutes of it. But I do like the kind of 80s vibe that's on the vid. Yeah, I kind of like it. Why is friggin' OBS not working? Run in normal mode. Run in safe mode. Why are you asking me to do that? Just run in normal mode, you stupid software.
Maybe it crashed.
Look, now you're working. Oh, a new version is available. Remind me later. La 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 la. Let's tech
I
support
updated
Ranz.
mine this week.
Here we go. Video time.
That'll buy me 2 days.
Zzzt. Play.
So in the annals of recorded history, the 1980s has to go down as one of the most boundary-pushing and stylistically sophisticated decades of all time. With hairstyles.
Nah, we're not going to do that. 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 And we're going to do about there.
DS3.
You guys all probably did that when you watched it. All right, so you got a little bit of a listen. If you haven't heard it before, that's why we do the videos. Why am I typing there? I should be typing here. So the SDS-3, if you haven't worked it out, is actually Behringer's take on a Simmons drum system. And we did announce this thing a while back when Behringer first teased it. That is probably about 2023, Chris. Big sort of little guesstimate there.
Yeah, sounds right.
They're saying it is a modern, faithful replica of the iconic Simmons SDS-3 drum synthesizer, which has a 4-channel based system, which first hit the market around about 1978, according to my little researcher here. The standalone desktop format, which you guys are used to with Behringer now, like the Model D and the Pro 1 and all that sort of stuff, means that you could probably put this thing in your eurorack as well, which is cool. So that means you can get yourself some Simmons drum sounds in eurorack, or you could just run it in the little desktop cabinet that it comes in and plug it into your PowerPoint and plug MIDI into it, and away you go. But
Or mics.
it's kind of analog, right? It's kind of analog. If you didn't hear that, you've got 4 independent drum channels, which you can physically see there with the lovely color scheme that they've got. You've got set as their own separate tone generator. They could actually be all the same tones, or they could all be different depending on what you decide to set them on. And I like that idea because generally speaking, when you get one of these older sort of drum machines, they always put the kick first and then they put the snare and then they put the hats. Do you know what I mean? They always kind of do it in a sort of order, and you may not want that. You might want to be different. You might want to go, I want the hats first. Well, you can do that. Isn't that cool? But anyway, the whole point of this thing is that you can create your own drum sounds, and you can do it in a 1980s sort of way. And it really is. You may find it kind of a little annoying after a while, but that's kind of its charm in a way as well. Chris, you'll probably be interested in this because you can get your little RS9 module pumping into it for a start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am kind of interested in this, especially at the price it is. It's cool that it's 4 independent, voices, which means I'm quite covered for kicks. I didn't really think the SDS-3 particular does a great kick, particularly not in modern kind of standards. So I probably would skip the kick, and I would probably set up a tom, a couple of different noise sounds, because I quite like the noise on this thing. And the envelope and the filter combination sounds quite tasty to me. So yeah, I'd probably do quite a bit of noise stuff. So yeah, could be good. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that little that little graphic of the RS9 connected. I actually just did a screen grab during their video, if you're wondering where I got that from. But there you go. There's a little summary table, guys, for you guys. It's in the blog article. I've just posted it in the chat, by the way, so you guys can click on that, check that out later. It's on my website. It's been on there for all week, by the way. The thing that's probably interesting for this, though, is that you get the patch pedal and decay kill in on the back, which I thought was pretty cool. I can't remember if I took a rear. Did I take a rear picture here somewhere? No. I hope it probably didn't do it on this particular one. Anyway, $249 US, 279 euros, 249 pounds. I'm not sure why the pounds is the same as the US, but I think that might be to do with Donald Trump. And Australia, you might get them in the next 50 years. That's kind of
I'm not holding my breath for this one appearing.
Yeah.
But that's good, because I kind of can't really do with distractions right now. I've got enough gear that I've got to learn to use, as they say. So but yeah, no, this is kind of cool. It's actually one of those things that wasn't really on the radar until I heard it, and then I went, I quite like that filter. That's different. Always looking for a different sound, so yeah, that's kind of cool about it. Although there is the whole sort of nice fart. Of course, there is the whole sort of but it's like it's no drum machine. It's like it's just sounds. Like you kind of compare it to things like I think of things like was it the Edge? I think it's the one you've got, Rance. The little desktop unit, even smaller profile, I think, with the it's based on the Moog
on the
DFAM. Yeah. At least that's kind of. I mean, I know it's one voice as such, but it's got a sequencer built in it, and that's kind of the vibe that you kind of miss with this. So it's like I would have liked to have seen this kind of with a drum sequencer in it as well, because I kind of like that. But it's not in at the moment. What's in is drum modules, seems to be about even. Stevens people releasing drum modules and drum machines, so coaching.
Lots of people got sequences already, though, right? That's kind of the
thing. Yeah. And last week, we had another drum sequencer that would partner very well with this. Just be in different places, although you could build a rack with one U at the bottom and this in the middle, and fun, happy days.
Stay tuned to this update about that in today's show. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool.
Yeah, Daren, any words from you? I know you've already said a few, but
pretty much what Chris said. Really, it's basically like I said, there's no sequencer on it. It's if you're after that sort of Simmons sound, then I mean, you see, I'd be sort of more saving up something like a Vermona DMR, DMX one or something like that. Even though it's much more expensive, but yeah, it's Behringer's releasing another clone of something. So if anyone wants that sound, they can get it. It's there's not much really to say about it. Actually, we've been waiting for it for 2 years. So why did it take 2 years to come out?
Yeah,
but then again, we say that about
everything. I know. And it is one of those, as you said, it's one of those flavour things. So it has a particular flavour. Yes, there's probably quite a lot of sweet spots, and you could probably get through, but you couldn't really base an entire album on just this via percussion. Get a bit boring, I think. Certainly not.
You could give it a go, I suppose.
Well,
by the time
as a challenge,
you'd be putting into a sampler and doing stuff, so you'd probably never know.
Exactly, Darren. It's exactly what you'd be doing. You'd be going, okay, I'll use these drums, but I might spend 14 days in my DAW changing them.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
There is an interesting little bit of history about Simmons, though. You guys know that he was his company was in the UK. He was quite young too, the guy, when he brought him out.
Yeah, I've seen a picture. He was young.
Yep. But
Simon,
I don't know if this is still true or not, but I was under the impression that Guitar Center in the US brought the rights to that company in 2005. Someone could fact check that for me, which may have been the reason why it took 2 years for this to come out. Because Behringer have a deal with Guitar Center as a distributor in the US, and they may have had to have sweetened it a little bit so that they could, I don't know, I'm sure that they would have wiggled around the patents being a Chinese-based manufacturer, but they may have wanted to sweeten the deal with them. That could be a possibility. It's just all pure speculation on my behalf, but I just thought there's a little connection. Guitar Center used to be Simmons, right? New owners, and then Behringer being the distributor. Interesting. Right. Well, that's the SDS-3. Let's not give it any more airtime because otherwise you're going to be Phil Collins. Next. Different drum machine. What is this? CentreVillage, by the way, if you're looking at the name down the bottom, that's actually a Japanese eurorack manufacturer. And I thought I'd squeeze this one in between all the other bits and pieces that we've got this week on the show, because I like it. I like the idea of someone bringing a filter out and not just bringing a filter out that just does what you'd expect a filter to do. And this guy has gone, hang on a minute, wouldn't it be cool if the filter had a VCA and an envelope generator built into it, so I don't have to go finding those modules when I just want to use that filter? And I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. And the Japanese manufacturer CentreVillage has got quite a few decent things. In fact, one of the things we showed Daren a little while back on the show that you guys might remember, the Cosmos sequencer. Daren, you liked it a lot because it had very flashing sort of lights. So that's
anything
this
that
guy.
I don't know how to use, it's flashing lights. That's great.
Yeah, there is a. And I could show you a graphic. Yeah, I can show you a graphic today, I guess, in a minute. I'll show you it when I show the blog article. There is a video. Let's get the video ready to rock and roll, and we can actually have a listen to this thing. Off we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. That'll do for now. Pretty much most of that video is that, by the way. Yeah. So the little BF2144. Not really sure what the number is. Maybe it might just be his own thing. I couldn't.
It's one number away from a chip number, but it might be unrelated.
Yeah, I was trying to work out if it was a filter chip, but yeah, couldn't quite work
It's
it out.
2164, but not a 2144. So
Someone in the chat may know if that's a specific filter type, because sometimes I just don't get the hints when I'm reading stuff. Anyway, I did think I would try and share with you. I did mention about that Cosmos sequencer, Daren, just to remind you guys what that looks like, and that's this. That's the Cosmos. You remember that now, Daren?
oh yeah.
He's nodding his head,
Yeah,
by
I
the way.
was muted then. Yeah, I was muted. I didn't realise. We're not having my desk anymore. I have to keep going on the screen to mute and unmute.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, so that's the same guy. That's the whatchamacallit, CentreVillage guy. Anyway, this doesn't have a price. I don't have any more information. There's nothing on the website. It hasn't shown up in Modular Grid. Has it shown
Modular
up
Grid.
Modular Grid? Let me double check.
No, I checked it this morning.
No, nothing in Modular Grid either. So
So it's that hot off the press. It's not actually out on the press yet.
it is that hot off the press. I did reach out to him.
Finger on the pulse again.
No reply. No
Cool.
reply. I did reach out, but no reply. And he is Japanese, so maybe he read it and thought something rude. Yeah. Right. Well, we just made some sounds, and that is because we.
And it
are
wasn't from
going
the
to-
Simmons.
It wasn't from the Simmons. It was from this, the Teenage Engineering Riddim and Ting FX, and we talked about this thing about a month ago, I guess. Yes, it was a leak back then, but no longer is it a leak. It's actually real. I guess you guys have all been over this during the week anyway. It's been out for a bit now, a couple of days. I guess probably what the cool thing about this is, if you do snap one of these up right now, they're giving away the Ting FX little mic thing that's on the left-hand side of that image there. And they're giving that to you for free. And you can buy just that as a bundle for when did I see the price? $2.99 was it? Where are we? Pretty sure it was $2.99. Yeah, so via the Teenage Engineering website direct, you can get that and the little Ting FX, the Riddim and the Ting FX as a bundle for $2.99. They do have a couple of other bundles, like you can get bags and stickers and I don't know, free punches in the face. I'm not sure. There's a whole bunch of weird sort of arty stuff there. But what is the Riddim, I guess, is probably more important. And we can talk a little bit about what the Ting FX is. But let's have a quick look. There's a video, I can show you that in a sec, but it's kind of one of their arty videos. You know what they're like. It is a sampler and a composer. It's kind of similar to the previous things that they've released in this particular form factor. However, it does have a bit of a reggae sort of flavor, or a bit of a, I kind of feel like that's, you know, the Jamaica man sort of, you know, flavor to this thing. It's 12 stereo polyphony with 16 mono, 128 meg for memory, 32 meg for the user. There's we talked about this when we were like digging this out and trying to work out what this thing's about. We got most of it right. There's this thing called a supertone synth, a dub siren, a live loop mode, and there's 7 main effects and 12 punch-in effects. So I reckon we got most of that just by reading the front panel on the LCD screen. I/O, you've got stereo in and out, MIDI in and out, sync in and out, and USB-C, Daren, which is good. 4 AAA batteries or USB-C to power it. What we didn't get quite right was what the Ting effects was, and I think someone in chat got it right. It's the I think it might have been Kosh Dukai. It's a handheld FX microphone. It's kind of lo-fi, by the way. There's 4 voice effects, onboard samples, and shake modulation, so you can shake it about. And it's only got a little 3.5 millimeter line out, which is that little telephone type cord, coiled cord there. It does take 2 AA batteries for it to work. It does really smell 80s, doesn't it, this thing? The whole vibe of it is kind of 80s. I do like it. It's kind of nice. Anyway, we can watch the arty video if you want. Or you guys can... Yeah, let's go to your comments, I feel.
Yeah. I've never used any teenage engineering stuff, so it's hard for me to say whether I'd get on with it or not. Especially these, I can't make my mind up whether I would get on with it or whether I'd just be like, it doesn't quite, doesn't quite run my brain process, which is probably a bit weird anyway. I mean, it's supposed to be used really, really quite easy to use, aren't they? I mean, I think who's
Chris?
I think Chris has got one. What's that?
Oh, I'm just making jokes. Well, it's a dub machine, isn't it? It's very much on brand. It's very much on brand. You're definitely getting that kind of like the Malcolm McLaren vibe, actually, out of it, which isn't really dub, but definitely kind of that era of 80s. And, put on your pink fluoro and your baseball cap and backwards and all that stuff. And scream into that Ting. So it's kind of that vibe, but it's not really, it doesn't really float my boat, if I'm honest. So
yeah. That's what I was trying to say in a no route.
Yeah. Something I can appreciate, but it's just not, it's not for me. Might be for someone though. And as I said, there's always people who can think of other creative uses for things that are outside of the branding of the way the product's marketed. And we never discount those kind of thoughts on this show, so use it however.
Is it for Ranzee? Because you've got a little sample track, so these are sampler based, sort of cheaper side.
It's pretty cheap, $300 US.
Yeah, that's the
well
thing.
for teenage
That's the other thing that's cool
engineering.
about it.
It's mega cheap. It's like sale prices, just throwaway prices for them.
That's probably what will get it to move. I mean, other than the price, I don't think the usability of it is kind of ticking any boxes for me. Like it's a
bit cryptic.
It's a forced.
Still cryptic to me.
It's a forced sample type product, so you're forced into a sort of corner with it, with its various things. But then, once you sort of decide to dive into it a bit more with the looper and things like that, you could use it for anything really. So it does have a very openness to it, but just with its face value, it's a very sort of genre specific type machine. But if you can look past that, like I said, you can use it for anything. I don't know, probably not for me. I've managed to steer clear with Teenage Engineering now since I got rid of my OP1. I still maintain I do miss my OP1. It's one of the products I had regrets getting rid of. But then again, if I had one, I probably wouldn't be using it because I've got plenty of other bits of gear here that can fill the void, like my MPC and my Force and things like that. So yeah. I do like it though. I think for me, it's a happy product. I like happy products. It invokes joy. It has a very kind of cool vibe about it. I feel like the marketing around it has a very sort of positive thing. It's going to really bring some people some joy, and I do like that sort of stuff.
And being better priced, it's almost tapping into a bit of a DIY ethic, which of course is part of dub music. So it's kind of it's inviting people in, which is always a good thing. So yeah, if you feel invited, then partake in this.
Yeah. We talked about that calculator, didn't we, Darren? Last time we saw this, there was some famous calculator that this kind of follows the design from. But anyway, we should have a quick look at the video, and there's also we'll go have a little look at their website, because there's a couple of things I want to point out as well about the bundles and stuff like that. So video first, website second. If you haven't seen this, stick around.
Some time ago, not too long ago, no. Some time ago, not too long ago, no. Me I done played me a rhythm to make sure you put all your love in. You bring us a child, ready up is and down and the left is and right. Me I just said give us a tune there. Remember we always included. Everyone and the thing that will bring us are coming along. Na, 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 na.
And that is absolutely not the product at all. It's something external that they're plugging into it. Whoa, we went the wrong way. There. And bang, back to there. Let's get the website lined up, because I do want to show you quickly the bundles, if they're still there. Hopefully they're still there. And we can have a quick squeeze at those things. Hopefully we are getting it to load. There we go. Bang. So there's the price there. That includes the Ting, Riddim and Ting, $2.99 US, ready to ship, add to cart. So you're saving about $59 US. So it's not massive, which is probably the price of this Ting. That's what I'm guessing. It's probably the price of it. Now, there is a bit of stuff there. These are the things that we saw in the leak that we weren't sure about. I said, what are those circle things, guys? Were they just like someone doing doodles on a piece of paper and sticking them under the thing? They aren't. They are these 2-pack slip mats. And look at the freaking price, $35 US. Anyway, that's what they are. And
they're very slippy though. That's why
they're slip mats.
Actually,
you know what they're for?
Now I think of it, slip mats have been always historically quite expensive.
They have.
Because it was very much considered
I got some Technics ones.
DJing.
Yep. It's a niche thing. It's a niche thing.
Yep.
You can get the cool little shoulder bag for $99, and that's got a real Sony sort of camera vibe from the 80s. That does a little Sony camera sort of bag with the off-white color. Anyway, these are the packs that you can. I've noticed that some of them have sold out already, and that's only just within a few days. So looks like everyone was over getting the long sleeve crazy shirt and the bag. So no longer are you going to get the crazy shirt and the bag anymore, but you can get the street pack. Oh my god, with this crazy sort of OB4 speaker thing, loudspeaker thing, which is over there on its own. Yeah, I mean, some of these made me kind of laugh a bit, but they've got some other products there they're doing bundles on. So it's actually pretty cool to see this. So now we can see 3 of their products all in one page that kind of fit that same form factor. So you're the Riddim, and we've got the KO2 and the Medieval. So now we've got 3, and it's kind of cool for them because they can just
splash kit. It's not just a bag to keep it safe. I'll take it from rain.
So you can take it down to the the water park like
Water
I did
park.
today. Yeah, Darren.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
And you can punch out some samples.
Whilst going down one of the water slides.
They go down the water slides. Exactly, mate. Life could never be better. Yes. Let us know in chat what you guys think of the Riddim. By the way, that is a Swedish term. So yes, Riddim is probably the correct way of pronouncing it, like a T sort of sound. Riddim.
Riddim,
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. We are no longer in leak territory. We're now in actual real product. And I reckon Teenage Engineering were licking their lips when that thing was leaked a couple of weeks ago, because they thought, what a great little bit of free marketing we've just managed to do.
Yeah.
Yep. And we bit right into it like the little annoying people that we are.
Hungry audience that we are.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to get another video lined up. Press pause on that. Okay, next product is something that surprised me. Yes, things do surprise me. I don't know why, but this did. The Keystep Mk2. Had no idea this thing was coming out. In fact, I only just recently bought a Keystep 37, probably in the last 12 months or whatever it was. Maybe it's a bit longer than that now. And I really like it, actually. But this thing really kind of surprised me in a few areas, and that is that it's got all the hallmarks of the Keystep, but now they've just taken it sort of to this more generative, layered depth with all the features that it already had. So if you think about it in that sense, it's kind of like the Keystep, step. That's why it's the Mark II. And what I mean by that is the arpeggiator and the sequencer now interact with each other, and the arpeggiator now can be generative. So you can have these kind of Euclidean type pattern mangling type ideas and things like that. I like that, and then you can then turn them into sequences. I like that as well. So there seems to be this kind of marriage between the two, which seems to be fairly kind of sensible and cool idea. And I can hear someone yawning in the background. I feel that might have been Andy, who slept through his...
No yawning from me. I can hear. It's Andy.
No yawning from me.
G'day, Andy.
Tones.
We'll get you down. We'll get you down in the corner, mate.
No worries.
Not the naughty corner though. This is the cool corner. This is where the cool kids hang out, mate.
I missed the knobbage on this new one. The 37 had cool knobbage on it.
Cool knobbage, yeah, definitely. All right, let's just talk quickly about the new features in it, because I think that's important. They have updated the keyboard. Now, there's been a few videos out that I've been sort of trying to work out what they mean by this. So there was one video where they quoted that Keystep, Arturia Keystep, has the only aftertouch mini keys in this size, and I'm like, really? Okay, so someone can tell me in chat if that's true or not, because I would have thought there would have been some
Microfreak has the contact plates, you can do aftertouch with that.
Yeah, but this is kind of the the standard pressy type keys, black and white, and it's got aftertouch. It is monophonic aftertouch, by the way.
Yeah,
so there's nothing new there, because the previous Keystep had that as well. The new generative tools is what's new. So the buttons have all changed. They're no longer these silicon gel type backlit buttons, and now these kind of, stylish, more slim,
clicky ones,
clicky type buttons with lights in them.
Clicky, yeah. Generative
tools is more important than the buttons. So basically what they're saying is you can then create musical variations with sort of like a controlled randomness, with mutating spice, not splice, and dice. And you can see there's
they got that from the Microfreak.
Yeah. And then you've got the advanced sequencer now, which is the polyphonic sequencer, 64 steps, 8-note polyphony. You can now record and program patterns, overdub, and even chain patterns together. You used to be able to do that in the app, but they're now letting you do it on the machine itself, which kind of confused me a little bit how that was coming about. But anyway, nice to have a little OLED display to tell you what's happening on things, and it kind of fixes the need to have things somewhere else. You can just kind of merge everything into that OLED display. So that's the clear feedback sort of theory with this as a user, right? The clickable encoders then become so there's menu diving, right, with this if you want to. So you've got the big data wheel on the right, the silver data wheel. You've got a back button next to it, and you can get to everything just via those two controls. Or you can click on something on the left on one of the buttons, and it's contextual. This is the same as the Microfreak does. So then that particular context, say you clicked on up, the context menu now becomes up, and there's features within that menu that you can access. So I like that sort of type of user interface. It kind of is intuitive, and apparently people are saying good things about it. New connectivity is the other part. So CV gate, there's 4 assignable CV gate, pitch, gate, and now you've got mod 1 and mod 2. The back of it doesn't have a USB micro anymore. It's got a USB-C.
Yay!
You still got sync in and out. You've still got MIDI, full-sized in, and you've still got the pedal, which is a sustain expression pedal. So none of that's changed. So really with the CV, there is only... What did we used to have? I think there were 3, weren't there?
I think it.
Where's my key set? I've lost it.
Wait a minute. My Keystep's here. Let me have a look.
I can't remember. I use the Keystep Pro the most. So
Yeah.
Keystep had 3.
Yeah,
so
you've got mod, gate, and pitch.
So
mod, gate,
you just had the 3. And
Yeah.
then so this one's got 4. So there's only one extra.
There's the old one. Oh, they can see it.
Yeah, that's it, Darren. You got it. MIDI, you've got the same. USB's changed. Sync's the same. Pedal input's the same. The size of this thing is about the same, except the original
It's a
Keystep,
little bit higher, isn't it? Deeper.
original
High
Keystep
fives.
has a metal back, right? I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's a metal back. This new one has a plastic back, and it's lighter. So that may be...
I
'cause
do
this
like
is
the
actually quite
weightiness
heavy.
of the original, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
do
kind
like
of do
that
too. It
weightiness
doesn't
of
slip around, right? This one, they're saying this is more portable for backpacks and things like that. That's the reason for it. Maybe it's cheaper to make. I don't know.
It's cheaper.
Yeah. Now, it is available now for purchase, $169 US, £129, and 129 euros. I'm not sure why the euros and the pound prices are the same, but that's just probably distributor-based stuff. What are you showing me there, big fella?
I'm just pointing out that the dice mode and the some of these generative effects come from the Mini Freak.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're not new to the Arturia
well,
fan
first the
base.
Micro Freak, then the Mini Freak, because Dice and Spice are on the Mini Freak
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, this is a really good little point now to mention to people, because we're entering the zone of Black Friday, right? Especially people that live in Andy's world. Black Friday is kind of starting to emerge into, sales and things like that, and Cyber Monday.
Yeah, Black.
Arturia have
it's a
already
whole month,
got
isn't it?
Arturia have already got their stuff on sale right now. And if you don't if you don't snap up the V collection at the moment, you're an absolute mug. I just upgraded mine from 8 to 11 or whatever it is now, the current one. Might be 12, I can't remember what the number is. And it only cost me $99 US to upgrade. And
Yeah, it's always a good deal.
Massive amount of stuff for that. The only thing that I was disappointed about was that I didn't get pigments in it. I was hoping to get pigments in that bundle. Yeah?
Yes, I've been offered pigments for a little over 105 Australian dollars. Of your Australian dollars, should I buy it?
Yeah,
That's
it's a
Pigments is
probably-
very good, yeah.
probably one of the best granular synth software packages out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you.
But it's divey as hell. There's like menus upon menus upon pages upon pages.
Most granular stuff is divey though. That's just how it is. Yeah.
Might do that in.
I'll just let you know what my pigments is. I don't know why it's not letting me in.
Yeah, mine was $69 US. And it's not a cross grade; it's a purchase.
So my pigments is an old version, and I do need to upgrade it. Jeez, this website's friggin' slow right now.
It's probably because everyone's on it.
Everyone's on it right now. Step up to pigment 6 for $69 US for me.
That's just okay. It's the same price I'm being offered.
Yep.
Interesting.
Have you already got
I'm
pigments?
still using like version 1 or 2.
No.
It must have changed a shitload.
No. I've got a few other of their V collection synths separately. So that's sort of, we call it a cross grade.
So it's usually $199 US, and it's
Yeah.
giving it to me for 69. When you think about it, though, I just spent 99 US for the whole V collection, and in that V collection, there's something like 48 synthesizers in there, and this one synthesizer, I know it's amazing, but yeah, I don't know. I need to do the Ableton. I need to do the Ableton Live, so I'm probably going to save my money for that. I don't like to spend too much money on software. It's not a big thing for me.
Doesn't necessarily always make sense.
Ableton. Why?
Sometimes
What
does.
you on Ableton?
For me, it
Live
does.
wise?
So.
I'm on 11 at the moment. Darren?
Right.
Now,
Yes.
we won't go into Ableton, but they have changed their pricing structure, by the way. And Ableton is actually getting quite expensive to own, especially if you're going down the suite route. So they've now brought out this new 24-monthly payment option. So you're paying, I think it's like $47 Aussie. I don't know what that translates, $30 US or something a month. If you don't own a Ableton license, that's out from scratch. If you've already got an Ableton license, you have to pay. At the moment, there's no sale on for Ableton. They haven't hit the Black Friday sales yet. But I think for me, it's $349 US to upgrade, right? 11 to 12. It's only one version, and that's a lot of money just for a 1 year upgrade.
How much to upgrade? I'm sure I was, and I'm on 9.7. I'm sure it was only something like 160 £60.
Yeah, it's about the same. $349.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh, Australian dollars, and I'm thinking
Australian
pounds then.
dollars.
Yep, you're about the same. Yeah. Look, it's something that I want. I definitely want Ableton 12. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that they're going to cyber sale these in the next couple of weeks.
I'm sure they usually do
Aussie
that,
dollars, guys. Sorry, I am Australian. Just if you're in the UK, it's half for us. So if we say $500 Australian, it's £250. But if you're in the US, we're about a 60-40 difference.
0.6. Yeah.
Damn you and your regional references.
Damn you. Well, it's like, why does America have to be the central thing? It doesn't have to be.
No, especially not these days. It's kind of a shithole these days. So.
Well, it's definitely not a shithole, Andy. I would always defend against that. I would never call America a shithole. But there are definitely
okay, I'll do it.
there's definitely parts of it that are shitholes, just like any country, right?
Well, it's just the whole authoritarian bent that's going on lately. It's really sad. So.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not get into politics.
Just a quick reference.
Sean's wondering why. Wait, Rance is Australian? I'm sorry to disappoint you, buddy. Right. So, Arturia Keystep Mk2. Let us know in chat if you're going to buy one. If you've already got a Keystep especially. So if you've got an older Keystep, you've got the wiggly USB micro connection in the back, and you think, God, this thing's going to die any second now. Well, mine did. Are you going to buy a Keystep Mk2? Or are you going to get the Keystep 37, which I think is actually probably the best Keystep they ever brought out, which has got the knobbage.
Oh, the Pro is my favorite.
Yeah.
Pro, I couldn't justify the price, Andy, in Australia.
Well, it's even worse if you buy the black one from Japan. It's like $50 more. So
just for a color change.
Yep, but it looks cool. So
Can of spray paint.
Vicky says 37.
Yeah.
I say, the 37's that little bit bigger, which is good in some respects, but then depends on where you're fitting it into, can be a little bit too big. Whereas I really like the Mark 1 that I've got here. Size-wise, although this is not the same weight. And did they say they changed the key bed though? I'm sure
they're saying that they've improved it. I don't know how much that's true or not.
Yeah, because I don't mind
the advantage of the Pro is if you're a looper guy, the looper language translates very well to the Keystep Pro. If you're a looper guy, like a 4 or 5 part looper, like the Boss Roland stuff, then you're already in the ballpark with the Keystep Pro. Plus, it's also MIDI, so it's really cool.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see the Keystep Mk2 37 and the Keystep Pro Mk2.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure
to
they'll
me,
make a new Keystep
right.
Pro.
to me,
It's popular.
it's a no-brainer, right?
But
This
don't
thing
take the damn
definitely needs
knobs away.
knobbage. Yeah, this needs knobbage.
Yeah.
No doubt. I mean, one of the things I love about my Keystep 37 is those assignable knobs are actually very intuitive. Like you can use the ones that are built in. You can use the app to change the MIDI CC values, or you can just wiggle it and get it to do something in your DAW. So you get all those sort of cool features with it. And then on top of that, it's got a different mode with the knobs as well. So you can use it in chord mode and all this sort of cool stuff. So it's actually pretty cool having.
Plus, by
knobs
taking
on
the
there.
knobs away, it's the ribbons already take some of the tactile nature out of it with the wheels, where you have a little more little sensitivity there. And then they take the knobs away. I'm like, why'd you do that?
Yeah. Well, they didn't really take them away because they weren't on the original, right? They just didn't.
No, I'm
put
talking
them on
about the
on
37.
the MIDI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So well done, Arturia. Didn't see that one coming, and if anyone did see it coming, let me know how you saw it coming, because that one completely surprised me this week. That's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't pick it.
Yeah. Who agrees with that? That one was a bit of a surprise popping out.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. See it come out. And I suppose it has been a long time since the original, really, when you think about it.
A hell of a long time. Yeah, 10 years, something like that, maybe longer. Yeah. So it's due.
Yeah.
Now, Daren, you're going to like this next one because you've requested it. We are going to talk about this.
I just asked about it, but yes.
Oh, I love stirring you up. It's just a great
If that was
pleasure.
purple, it's not far off being purple.
It is pretty close to being purple, isn't it? Yeah.
It goes with the Hello Kitty guitar.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, okay, so we talked about granular synths before when we were talking about pigments. Well, this is another little granular synth beastie that's out there. This has been released a couple of weeks ago, and Evil Pet is what it's called by Endorphins. Endorphins are pretty cool. They do eurorack. They do a whole bunch of cool stuff. Loopop's got a little sort of effects type module thing, pedal thing that he's got with them that you can get.
Yeah, the plus, is it +1?
+1, yep, that's it.
Yep.
But anyway, this is a little powerful 8-voice synthesizer, and it's a granular synthesizer at best, and it can also be a multi-effects unit as well, sampler if you want, and a reel-to-reel recorder, and it even has an FM radio. So there you go. So it does have a fair bit, Daren. You're actually, kind of on it. But
Yeah.
what it's really good at is it takes incoming audio, whether it's from the line in or the built-in microphone, the FM radio if you want to go there, or even just off the SD card, and it shreds it into little tiny grains in your granular synth, and then you can stretch it, shrink it, pitch it, and layer it into grains, everything from dreamy, swirly soundscapes to glitchy, complex rhythms. It works on any source, tuning guitars, vocals, and drums into something entirely new. So that's what it does, and lots of knobbage. So that's why Daren likes it.
Can you use the FM radio as an LFO source like you can on the Teenage Engineering LP1?
Doesn't say that in the information I've got,
That
but
would
I
be
didn't
awesome
go
if you
into
could.
the user. You can always, if you want, Andy, you can jump in the user manual and have a look.
I've never heard of it, so I will look at it.
Yeah. The 8-voice granular engine does accept MPE as well through expressive stuff through the keyboard inputs. Audio sources we talked about before. The interface itself, you've got a 2.42-inch monochrome OLED display down the bottom, which is pretty decent. It's quite clear from what I can see. Very 8-bitty looking in its kind of design, but they've done that on purpose. It's kind of intuitive with, I'll show you a video in a sec where you can see what I mean. With what's happening, it kind of does look like they've gone to a bit of effort to try and make it intuitive. The built-in effects is something impressive, I have to say. And one of the things I love about the built-in effects is there's a tail knob. I love tail knobs, especially on reverbs. Please, people, let us play with the tail.
Yeah.
The tail is the thing
Please
that we
let us
all
play with the tail.
hang out for, if you want to know. So anyone that does that, Good on you. Big pat on the back from me. I love the inspiration button. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, random, yeah.
Yeah. So it instantly generates a new parameter. Except for the mix, by the way. They say that can't do it for the mix because the mix is kind of like the end of the audio cycle. What else can I tell you? There's shimmers, there's choruses, there's flanges, there's all different types of reverb, bit crushings with distortions. You've got decent connectivity on the back. You've got left and right in, so it does normalize to left in mono. You've got left and right out. You've got expression pedal. You've got MIDI in, MIDI through or out, and it's soft through, I believe, too, by the way, not hard through, I believe. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the vids. There's a heap of videos on this, by the way. This is
What's
their
that thing
own
below the shift button? Is that a card slot? A tiny card slot?
Tell you
Yeah,
about that in a
SD
sec.
card.
SD card.
Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting.
So he's got the FM radio going through the expression in, if you're wondering how that works. Here you go, Andy.
So he's doing cool.
Y también la población que hasta aquí.
Let's have a look at this.
Pretty cool.
Now look at this. You'll be hitting that random button every day. I mean, that right there is exactly the sort of reason why you get yourself into granular synthesis. So it does do what you'd expect it to do. Daren, I think there's some cool features in this. Absolutely. There's some really undeniably cool features in this.
At the end of the day, it's a granular synth, and if you're into granular synth, and this is why I point out to Ranzee and to have a look at it. It's I like the switches instead of like the pedal switches, like the keyboard switches instead. I think that's cool. And it just, I don't know why it sparked my interest, because I've seen lots of granular synths. I mean, originally I was looking at like the lemon drop and things like that.
Yeah.
But there's something about it that's got me sort of, I don't know, I really like this. It's not massive. It's like I say, it's pedal size, probably bigger than what the Strymon Blue Sky maybe, or about the same size, similar size, with all the knobs and buttons and those cool different, the new different cool effects and stuff that you can put on. Also the tail, messing about with the tail, which is always, like you say, is a great one. The added bonus of having a radio, which is going to be fun, you're just going to be hitting random and playing around with the radio bits as well, and having the SD card right on top as well for quick putting your own samples and stuff in. So it sort of sparks my interest in it, which is unusual, and it's not mega expensive when I compare it to things like the Lemon Drop and obviously the bigger granular synths, which are really expensive. So yeah, that's why I thought I'd like to see your opinions on it. I know what Ranzee was. He likes granular synth, but he was getting a little bit not fed up with granular, but he got to that saturation point, as he said. But I quite like it. I do quite like it. It would actually probably go onto my list of a Christmas present type of thing.
So the dimensions of it, Daren, just if you really wanted to know, are you wanting millimeters? It's 186 by 123 by 75. If you're wanting inches, 7.3 by 4.8 by 3.
Yeah, so it's not massive.
It only weighs, it's less than a kilo. It weighs 746 grams or 1.65 pounds.
Even something to go into my live rig, which would be quite interesting. Nice knobbage on it, not having to.
Couldn't see anything in the manual about the FM radio being used as an LFO, Andy. I was having a quick look while you guys.
It's possible not, but it's still a really cool device. So
yeah, they're using it more as a
as
an
MPE as well.
source.
So if you've got an MPE controller, that's going to be quite interesting, especially if you're into some sort of sound and ambient stuff. Is really going to go down well.
Yep. I did have a squiz, Daren, through the manual, very, very briefly. It's very wordy, the manual. Not a lot of graphics in it. It does have a bit. I'm not saying it doesn't. But one of the things I couldn't see was automation on this. And I thought, is that missing, or is it just because I didn't see it? I did kind of do a search for automation. Maybe they didn't use that term. There is definitely nothing about automation in the PDF anyway. And what I mean by that is, okay, so you guys saw in the video when he was playing the piano note. He played the piano note, it recorded, and then he instantly started getting it to do the grains, and the grains were sort of flowing from in reverse, basically. So you got that reverse, very, very cliche reverse sort of, sample granular type thing that everybody loves. But then he started manipulating it with the size and the position and things like that. And they're the things that I was kind of hoping to see, are they automatable? Now, there is an LFO.
Recordable.
Right? So you can automate things with the LFO. So I'm not saying that, but exactly what Chris just said, is that recordable?
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could record, wouldn't it?
Or is that sending MIDI?
It's like a mix of granular and microcosm now. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if those knobs sent MIDI CC out, right? And then you could then record that through CC or something like that. That, to me, is kind of what I'm doing. If anyone knows if it does do that in chat, I mean, it's possible, I guess, that they could add that. Maybe if it's got a digital UI in it, that would be cool. But, I mean, for the size of this box, it is a little... I feel it's probably on a slightly pricey side. It's $479 US, Daren. It's probably on the slightly size.
Yeah, well,
slightly.
I was comparing it, because if you look at the lemon, I don't know how I was looking at the lemon drop, which is it's a little bit cheaper, but it's a lot smaller. Yeah. As granular synths go,
microcosm's not cheap, and it does some of the similar stuff too.
So I was putting it in the same ballpark. So it's I'm not saying it's the cheapest thing and everyone's going to rush out and buy it, but it's not the upper echelons of some of the. I can't remember. Is it the GR1, the granular synth? That big thing.
Tasty chips,
Things like
GR,
that.
yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm trying to find out where to buy it. They're out of stock at the moment with their own store, but it's Chris, for us it's about 750 Aussie. So look, it's not completely for me. Like when I sort of translate it into Australian dollars, I can then sort of go, okay, it sits in that market. I mean, like the other day I bought a Microkorg 2 for about 500 and something bucks. So when you think about what the Microkorg 2 can do, it's cheaper, right?
Yeah, if you don't have an iPad, this is a good way to go because you get some pretty good granular stuff here with control.
But that iPad app that you keep talking about, Andy, it's what, 20?
Well, there are like 5 or 6 of them. They're kick-ass. So they're
the no, the one that you always talk about.
FRMS. There's one called FRMS. There's a couple of them.
No, the
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
The bonkers one, yeah.
Sampler with an R is also with
$20, isn't it?
is
US
also really
for
good
that app.
branding.
It's really cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it does stuff this can't do.
This is. Yeah.
But
I mean,
you don't have the tactile feedback with the knobs. I guess.
Well, you
could
have the tactile multi-touch though, which you can't do with this.
You do, and you could probably put a MIDI controller into it with knobs, and map them.
And you can mix like 5 or 6 or more sources at the same time. Probably more like 12 if you want to go nuts, because it's just about screen real estate.
It is.
Yeah.
So there's kind of more than one way to skin a cat with this thing, but maybe this is probably more suited, Andy, to someone who doesn't want to sort of have to deal with an operating system. They just want a box that's already preloaded.
Yeah.
They turn it on instantly. She pops up and she does exactly what you want it to do. That's kind of that's the sort of value of this thing.
I mean, if I had the money, this would be insta-buy for me. This is really cool.
Yeah.
And I thought it was
that's what I'm saying. It's one of those little
cool,
interesting sort of. Yeah. It's like I say, it
kinda
puts it on your possible list.
Yeah. That's a good way to say it.
They make really good stuff too. I just can't afford their modules. They're just really
worth your
expensive.
consideration.
Yeah.
This is kind of like what I wished the Texture Lab was. The Sonicware Texture Lab. I wish this was what that was.
And they were kind of similar price, weren't they, Chris?
$250.
Oh, okay. A bit cheaper.
Are you not using the
$250
Texture Lab that much? It's not that good, do you think?
It's similar complaint to what Ian had, although his was on the Ambient Zero. Just can't kind of grip it mentally in your mind. Can't. Yeah, something about
their interfaces are always weird. Like their FM synth they have is super crazy. That's really
kept on too much mucking around, not getting anywhere. Kind of. Didn't feel like putting more samples into it. Too hard to put samples into it. It definitely wants to be. You want to be live recording into it, not transfer examples.
I want to like more of their stuff, but I have trouble with the usability. So
I'm with you guys too. I sold my XFM because I could never ever sort of gel with it.
It's funky. It's really funky.
I definitely loved a lot of the ideas about it, but I could never gel with it. And I've got the sample track still. I don't know if you guys watched that video when I was trying to go through the new firmware on it, and I was just trying to sort of like what you guys would do. You'd get something, you'd upgrade the firmware, you get the PDF out, you'd start reading it, you go, okay, let's try this new feature out, and you're like, and I'm just scratching my head going,
whoa.
How the freaking hell can I get this to work?
The upgrades did make it better though. From the initial start, it was pretty crappy. And then the upgrades made it really nice, but it's still not fun to use. I don't think.
No, it's still difficult to use. Yeah, Daren, stop me.
Stop you there. Stop you. I think. Let me just go over that what you said. You updated the firmware, you got the PDF file, and then you start to read it. That's not what we do. I upgrade the firmware, and then I never read anything.
You won't
That's
find
why
what
I
the
know
new
when
features
it's
are.
decent and easy.
That's the problem, Darren.
It doesn't matter.
You won't find
if
them.
it's easy and it works and it's I don't know PDF. No, that's banned. If you need a PDF, then it's not working for you. It's only when you come down to...
Well, that's not true because the TE stuff, I've used all the manuals and it really elucidates a lot of cool stuff. You're missing a lot if you don't read the manual.
Andy, shh. Be quiet. I wasn't a winner.
I bet you Darren's pulled a few PDFs out in his time. He's just,
Of course.
he's egging
Oh
us
yeah,
on.
once you've got to know any something you're looking for, then you.
He's egging us on. He's egging us on. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, oh.
Chris was having some sample fun with us just then.
No, it wasn't unintentional.
Unintentional sample. See, this is what Evil Pet does, Chris. It does unintentional. You know, look, there's even a clear up
Hit the
button.
random. I didn't know there was a random button on my mixer. Yeah.
Plus, it's funny too because most of the endorphin stuff is gold, and this is pink. So
Yeah.
All right, so chatties are probably telling us answers to some of the questions we asked. Dead Man Walking said there's receive and send CC. Yeah, but what does it send and receive is interesting with the knobs. Anyway, TBA with this. I think, you know, there's going to be some people with these in the wild, and we'll just, you know, I probably need to find someone who's got one and poke his Evil Pet a little bit.
Yeah. It says send CC on the knobs. Receive.
At least.
And it's
So
set,
Lupop
it's
did a
set
video
as
on it?
default on.
Saw Lupop's video, watched it.
okay, I gotta check that out.
Yeah. It's pretty thorough. Talks about pros and cons, as he always does. But yeah, good stuff. Well done, Endorphines. I give it a big thumbs up. Excellent developments.
Yeah,
definitely
I give it a
gone
big
into
thumbs
this.
up.
Yeah,
Special
It's something that made me
mention for
stop me and spark me. So
yeah, that's
special mention for the sparkly sparkles all over the screen when the granules showing kind of a
showing the
visual
granules.
representation of the granules. Yeah, I thought that was kind of a nice trick. Yeah.
Yeah, a few people do that.
And the pink isn't too intense. My rainbow machine is much more magenta, like in your face pink. So
It's kind
I
of
don't mind
Dreadbox pink.
This is more like a peachy pink, isn't it?
this is
one?
mellow.
Yeah,
This is like institutional pink.
yeah.
it's a Barbie pink.
Straight jacket pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Agent Orange.
It's
Right.
salmon.
Salmon. Yes. Yeah,
was
maybe not quite salmon.
Yeah, the salmon mousse, exactly.
Yeah, salmon mousse. Yeah. All right. What's next is this. This is the Vita Synths 4X AT85, and this is a Mark II. Bit of a typo on my little label there. Sorry, it's supposed to say Mark II, not M2. This is basically. Well, we're going to give it a second suck of the salves, I feel. Yeah, let's do it. Second suck of the salve. It is Mark II. There isn't much difference between the Mark I and the Mark II. I'm going to tell you what the difference is, and you guys are going to probably eyes will roll back in your head and you'll fall asleep. No, you won't. It's not too bad. This is actually a pretty cool thing. It's a drum module. It's got an 8-bit sort of architecture to it, and there's a little video I'm going to play for you guys in a sec. Now the Mark II, the thing that kind of had me a little bit confused is one thing. The Mark II offers less total samples. And the reason I'm guessing is because he probably hasn't upgraded the CPU. He's upgraded the firmware so that he can get a much better sounding sample out of the available computational ability of that CPU. And as a result, you get half as many total sounds with the same amount of channels, but better quality. So that's kind of the main thing.
What's the CPU based? What is the code or whatever?
80 Tiny 85.
Okay, there you go.
Microchip brand.
Okay.
By the way, these guys, Vita Synths, they're based in Prague, in Europe, and so
just one guy.
One guy, yeah. So the big thing here is that he's upgraded his amplifier to give it a better tone and a better sound, the output on it. So he's gone with the OPA 2134 PA op amps. There's some improved filtering. There's some improved controls as well, and also he's added some circuit protection to the circuit as well. So obviously, plug it in the thing the wrong way around, maybe. Might be that. So that's the main one. So for those who want to have a look at this, I've got a little blog article. I can show you a nice little sort of 3-dimensional video that he's done of it spinning around, if that tickles your fancy.
Using
Look
a
at that.
record player, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Chuck
I'd build
your module into a
rotating
3D
thing
renderer,
too, yeah.
and away you go. Look how shiny it is too. Actually, not a bad idea. I do like that because you can kind of you visualize it a bit better than just a standard photo from above. I do like that idea.
Yeah, I meant to do it for my latest module, but I kind of forgot.
20 HP drum module, four drum channels, 8-bit drum sounds. You've got FX loops. You've got a built-in integrated 4-channel mixer with level control. You're looking at, there's the difference between the two. The version 1 on the left, the version 2 or the Mark II on the right. And price-wise, $160 US to 192. I don't know why they gave me a range there. I think it might have been because of the Trump factor. That might have been the reason why. But us in Australia, we're looking at probably about 293. And like I said, there is a little video. So let's watch this. It's a vertical video. Sorry, guys. A lot of this stuff is going to be happening.
Instagram.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff's going to be happening. Behringer neutron below.
Yeah. He's had the neutron for a long time.
And see why he wants to improve his output.
Also needs a compressor on those things too.
There you go. There it is. Enjoy the Vita Synths 8-bit drums. It definitely had the 8-bit crunchy sound to it, which is what you want. Pretty decent module. Anyone know what the 4X at 85 or 4X AT 85 means, Chris? You know what it means?
Because it's because this module was originally conceived as a single drum module. So you see that line down there on the first one, next to the kick. That's kind of was originally his one module, which had 180 tiny 85, the chip on one module, and then he put 4 of them together, and then he came up with this idea to make a 4-unit version of it as a going concern, and people have really digged it. So he's gone further with it and improved it more and more. That's the history
I like
of
the
it.
fact you put send returns on there. That's smart.
Well, you can use it as a mixer.
Yeah, it's kind of he has a different take on things, which is kind of cool. And he's not one of those vendors who puts out a crap ton of modules. He likes to really refine stuff. There's almost a year between this one and the previous one, and then a year back again. To the original module. I've been following him since I've been on Instagram. So he's one of the pioneers of the sort of DIY eurorack from my perspective. But Vitamin, this guy's name. He's never told me his real name.
Because most drums scream for effects. I mean, like the 808 classic individual outs, you got to have those.
Oh,
he also has
he's really popular in the music scene as well. This guy, Vitamin.
Yeah, he's got a
following.
Proper music. He also has a drum sequencing module as well, which kind of goes with this. But it's something he's sort of developing. It's not quite as focused as this, and not to everyone's style. But Sure, it works for him rather well.
Mm.
No, cool guy. Cool module. Dig it.
Cool.
What's not to love?
Indeed. All right. So that is it for the main round of news. But I do have one other. I did say to you guys I had a news update about Drummer Time from D.T.H. He did release a video during the week, which we were saying, God, I wish he had a video. Well, here it is. So do you remember last week we talked about this one new drum sequencer, which is an XOX style sequencer? Here we go now. He's actually showing off this sequencer with his 606 module, which you can see above. And love the spaghetti in this video. Go. Drums haven't started yet. There we go. Oh, I'm going to stop it now because you're starting to poke your finger at my face.
Yeah, that was weird.
Anyway, D.T.H. Drummer Time. You guys, if you're interested in that, sorry, Andy, I'm going to put you in the corner, don't worry. You can check that out from last week's show, and all the links to that will be in last week's show. I've updated the blog article, so the video is in that blog article.
Yeah, cool.
Good use of 1U. It's nice to have a linear format. So
yeah. Would have liked to have seen him show some of the other features on the module. He had a random feature he didn't show. There's a couple of other bits and pieces on there, like the sequencer, backwards, forwards, that sort of stuff.
Direction
Yeah.
would have been nice to show the direction change,
Yeah.
but I guess it's a bit harder to show with drums.
Yeah. But anyway, you guys get the idea. And I think one of the things that a lot of people will like about it is it's quite big in the eurorack sort of world, but because it's 1U, like you said, Andy, it's not taking up HP that way. So you can run your fingers across it. You can actually clearly see the steps running and everything like that, which is kind of the opposite to a way a lot of the eurorack module manufacturers are going. They're going for this micro sort of stuff.
Small, yeah.
the IntelliJust Steppy 1U is very cool too. I use that for stuff. It's just a gate sequencer.
Yeah, know the one well.
And
It's awesome. Yeah.
Steppy.
Yeah. Right. I think we could probably do the second clue
quiz.
for the synth quiz.
Yeah.
We'll do that now. Second clue for the synth quiz is that. And it's not a typo. So, guys should be getting it pretty now. Getting it pretty well now. Anyway, that's the second clue. Synth quiz and the name of what it is. Do you think it is in the answer, please? If you guys have a clue. If anyone's had a guess at it early, Can you guys point them out? Because I didn't see. Put my name if you want to guess it, actually, because it will highlight it in red for me in the YouTube chat, and then I can scroll to it quickly. So do it like this. I'll do it in YouTube. So you just do Ranzee, Synth Quiz, and then you guess like that, something like that. Cool. That help? There you go. Andy, follow Andy's lead. His format works beautifully. Right, we are going to do Price Watch. Right, here we go. Now, last week, Andy's talking to his missus right now, so I'm not going to annoy him, but I'm going to put him in the
Sorry,
corner.
yeah, I'm watching.
Price Watch last week, this is Price Watch now, but last week we talked about the Thunder Child. Isn't it weird how in my feed pops up the ad that was actually we were talking about this ad last week on the show, and the ad popped up on eBay. You can actually buy it. It's almost like it wants me to buy it. I don't want to buy it. Sorry. But it is on eBay. It is actually a Riddim newspaper clip. I don't know how true I'd believe this. It's live though. It's on eBay right now. By the way, all the links to the Price Watch, the news, videos, images, everything, they are in the blog article that you guys know for the show. It gets published at 6 p.m. UTC time, which is not that far away actually. It's a couple of hours away, isn't it, Daren? So you won't have to wait long, and then you can go buy this stuff. So this is an actual, according to the listing, this is an actual newspaper clipping of the ad, and they've preserved it. I don't think it would be hard to recreate a newspaper clipping and scam people.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's a thing,
Do you know what I
isn't it?
mean? I don't think it'd be hard to do that.
I mean,
But-
it's not even the whole paper with it in, is it? You know, the whole
That's-
page.
yeah,
just like
that would
Just
be
cut that bit out,
that's kind of a red flag, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. you
So
just have
for
the
me-
rest of the page or the magazine that's in.
For me, I'm thinking that for this one, I'm thinking very scammy. Sorry if it's real. This one is in Dunstable in Bedfordshire in the UK, and 4.5 pounds for the postage when the thing only costs 7.4
well, it's just
pounds.
like, why have you not got the paper that it was in, or why have you just cut it out like that and then just kept that? You know, just I don't know. It sounds a bit bizarre to me.
Sounds a bit scammy to me, Daren. A bit scammy. The Scamdar, which is the Scam Radar shortened just for Daren, the Scamdar has been blinking today. Blinking. Little blinks. Little lights going blinkety blink. That's what it is. Now, Andy, this one's for you because every time you're talking to your missus, I want to catch you off guard. No, it's not really. This one's for you, matey. You asked about the CP251.
Sorry, I'm listening now. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So there's the CP251 on eBay right now for $6.99 US. About $1,000 Australian. Pretty expensive on the postage. This one's in Johnson City. Is that Tennessee? Johnson City? TN is Tennessee, isn't it? The state of TN.
Yeah, that's
is Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you remember how I mentioned to you guys that the Behringer Neutron is pretty much a CP251? So,
Oh, okay.
where I want you to kind of look is lag is slew, right? You've got your four-way mults, you've got noise, you've got sample and hold, you've got two attenuators, or attenuators in this case, but on the there might be attenuators on the Neutron. I'm going to grab my Neutron in a second and have a look. And an LFO, and then you've got the 4-input mixer. Now, apart from the 4-input mixer, which technically you could probably do on the Neutron as well, that's in the Neutron. And if you're looking at, you've got the difference in control voltages, Chris, that would be the only other issue there, right?
Yeah.
Because the Moga Focus would be a different control voltage, right?
Is that a shot of the circuit board in there in the list?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just to show that they're real. There's not a lot to these, by the way. Those circuits are quite trivial. Oh, I wasn't showing you. Why wasn't I showing you? There you go, guys. Sorry, I apologise.
Oh. Yeah. I like the post added capacitors.
Yeah, little bodge.
Modified, yeah.
Engineer bodge.
Mod.
Well, it's obviously doing some sort of filtering, isn't it?
Or stability related, it could be.
Yeah. Voltage stability, yeah. Yep. Keeping a certain level. Could be.
Or preventing ringing.
Yeah, could be a drain as well. Couldn't it?
Drain.
Yeah. Well, capacitors hold voltage, right?
Also decay, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's possibly any of those circuits there that it could be sitting in. Anyway, I was just kind of thinking for you guys, if you love the Moga Focus stuff and you never got yourself a CP251 and you've got a Behringer Neutron, you probably have got most of the stuff that's on here. And if you've got Eurorack, you've probably got most of the stuff that's on here anyway. I think there's, Make Noise Maths covers half of this. And sample and hold, you could probably find in very cheap modules as well. Anyway, that's that. That was for you, Andy. And next one.
Yeah, if you couldn't afford the Moog versions and you get the Behringer, at least you could have a genuine Moog part if you got this.
The next one is this one's for Wags because I know he loves his rack mount. And do I have a couple of doozies for him this week? So we're going to start with this one. This is the MKS70. I used to own one of these suckers and sold it because I needed the money. Nothing wrong with them. They're pretty good. They're a Super JX, if you're wondering, which is the JX10P, which is it's basically like two JX8Ps together combined. Pretty good synthesizer. Absolutely a pain in the ass to get rack mounted if you wanted to get one. And you do need the programmer for it if you do. And if you don't, you do need to get this thing. There's a Viscus or whatever his name is. He does a upgrade. It's a physical upgrade mod for this, where you literally have to upgrade the EPROMs and some other stuff, but it brings a massive amount of new features to it, like pulse width modulation and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So you definitely need to do the upgrade on these. So that's that. There, $1,600 US, a bit on the pricey side, I feel. Unless these things are going up crazy value, I think it's on the pricey side. I think it's probably about $600-700 US more than what it should be. It's in pretty good nick though, looking at the photos. There's a few scratches on it.
I bet those ROM cards are pretty rare too.
Mine came with the ROM card when I sold it. So mine had the famous what's his name again? Wouldn't It Be Good? The guy that sings Wouldn't It Be Good?
Nick Kershaw?
Nick Kershaw. Mine had the Nick Kershaw ROM card in it. Anyway, cool. The next one is the MKS50. MKS50 is the Alpha Juno. So, Daren, it's absolutely nothing like your Juno. This is like completely DCO, digital.
I love my
controlled
Alpha Juno.
oscillators.
It's fun.
Alpha Junos are okay. This is not, and the other thing too is I believe the MKS50 is not an Alpha Juno 2. It's just the Alpha Juno, I believe. So someone tell me if I'm wrong. But $590 US compared to the previous one is a massive amount of price difference, right? Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, the MKS70 is VCOs. No, they're not. They're DCOs. aren't they? In the MKS70 Super JX, yeah, they're pretty sure they're DCOs.
Should all be DCOs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're
they're
all
same,
DCOs.
right? And the only difference is that's 2 6-voice synths in one, whereas this would be 1 6-voice synth. So even if you doubled this price, it's still cheaper. But then you've only got one. I believe the Alpha Juno is only 1 DCO per voice, right? Is that correct?
I think so. It's pretty basic, but it does sound nice. Yeah.
Anyway, there's no information about the DCOs, and you have to go and look elsewhere, you know. But pretty decent price, I feel, on this one. $900 is a pretty good price, Aussie, if you're wondering. $590 US. This one is based in Japan, though. If you want to buy this, you're going to have to probably get a voltage converter for it if you're living in the UK or Australia. In the US, I believe you guys share the same voltage, 110.
No, it's 100 volts there. It's similar. Things can run hot and make it barely work.
Right.
If it's not a multi-power supply. But I have a little cheap one. I guess Takashi or something like that brand for like $20. So.
Well, on the back, some of these have those switchable power supplies thing. On the back, this power supply for this thing is actually built inside. So the actual power supply sits inside the metal cap enclosure. And one of the things, when I had the MKS70, Chris might remember, I actually had to do a repair on mine. And one of the things I noticed in there is the actual transformer circuitry on it. Because I used to run a voltage, what do you call it when you change the voltage? Voltage converter from 110 to 240.
Step down transformer.
A step down, that's what I'm looking for. And then I opened this thing up, and the actual transformer in it had a switch inside the case. Right? And all you had to do was just flick the switch, and it converted it from 240 to 110 or whatever it was in there. And so it catered for like 4 different countries, just with one switch. Anyway, this has probably got the same thing in it. But I don't know, I could be wrong. But it does say on this thing it's 110 on the back.
So that switch wasn't on the outside. You had to open it up to see that.
Oh yeah,
switch?
it's
unusual.
So Roland used to do this sort of stuff on purpose, so that you would take it into your approved Roland repair center, and you would pay a fee, and the guy would say, "Oh yes, it's going to be $300 for us to convert the voltage on this," and he'd literally undo 4 screws, flick a switch, close it off.
Yeah.
Hold it on his shelf for a week to make it sound like he's been working on it, and then give you a call a week later with a $300 invoice. They did that sort of shit in the past.
Well, they did that on the a couple of the keyboards that had SCSI upgrades. The SCSI port was already there. All you had to do was put the chip in there.
Yeah.
Which is very simple, right? They charge a lot just to put the chip in there. They don't. The port's already there with a cover on it.
I mean,
sneaky.
There's a video I did years ago. I got a bit of strife for it too. About firmware updates, right? And I did this video about what I was trying to do. The purpose of the video was I was trying to sort of tell people in the world that if you've got a synthesizer, it's pretty easy to do a firmware update on it. So here you go. This is the way you do it, right? And where this came from was this happened about 15 years ago. I went into a camera store in my local city, and I had to get something repaired, and this was a thing that I couldn't repair. It was actually a physical thing that needed to be repaired, and he had a sign on his repair shop window that said Canon firmware updates $50. Right? And I've done plenty of Canon and Nikon on DSLR cameras, right? I've done plenty over the years because wifey's a photographer, and $50 I thought was, geez, it was a bit rich, considering all you've got to do is go to the Canon website, download the zip file, plug your camera in via the USB cable, apply the firmware, and it literally tells you how to do it. It's pretty simple sort of stuff. But I got talking to the guy, and I said to him, how many people pay you for your $50? He goes, mate, that is like, we have got jobs banked up to the gazoo for firmware updates. And I went, so you're making $50 a pop every time someone brings a camera in? And he's like, yeah. And he said, it's a pain in the ass because, I mean, yeah, we're making $50 and the boss is absolutely going ching-ching, you know, with the cash register. But me as the repair guy, I'm getting shitty because I've got all these physical repairs sitting here and the jobs just aren't getting done, and I'm sitting in front of the PC doing firmware updates all day on these cameras, and they, you know, it takes a while to do them. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny. Like, there was a bit of a monopoly in the whole firmware update world, and you know, we as synth owners are probably more used to doing this stuff because we're, generally speaking, we're more technical people as synthesizer people.
There was a famous upgrade for semi-pro Canon video cameras that I bought a long time ago, and you could not get the software update on the US site. You had to go to the Canadian site to get it. It was just hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, someone just did something, subscribed or something. Well done. Thank you. Didn't see that. You guys probably saw that. Right.
Someone's following us on Kick.
There you go. Good on your Kick.
Keywords 66.
Good on your Kick. Thanks, guys. The last one I wanted to show you guys because we did the show on phase distortion synths, and here's a phase distortion synth on eBay right now. It's a CZ 5000 for Andy. 215 pounds for this, which is really good. I'm actually wondering if I'm either not reading this right,
cheap,
or is that
very
really cheap?
I got mine years ago for $450 or something like that. So
right. Well, do you want to know why it's only 215 pounds?
Broken.
It won't power on, and it's selling it just for parts and repairs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How sad.
So
where synths go to die.
Telling me, dream.
If you're going to buy a synth for parts and repairs, it can't be that amount of money. For God's
Exactly.
sake.
Yeah.
And they're not that rare. I mean,
Yeah.
this is one of the Jean-Michel Jarre actually used.
The 5000
as a sequencer on board. Yeah. It's like
okay.
a CZ1 with a sequencer.
Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. That's Price Watch for today. We had quite a good little bunch of stuff. Newspaper clippings and rack mount synths, and even a Mogafoga control processor, I should say. The Casio CZ. What would you get, guys?
Good question. I'll try the little one eurorack.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rack roll is cool.
Yeah, I like the Alpha Juno too. Yeah.
Yeah, probably I'd go with that as well.
Yeah, Wags is after the rack. I knew you'd be after it, Wags. Do you have any of those? We go after curiosity. I know you don't have a 70, do you? I know you don't have a 70, or is it you don't have an 80? I know there's one you don't have, so there might be more.
I think he said he had the 70 without the editor at one point.
So maybe it's the 80 he doesn't have. I'm not sure. He'll let us know. He has none of the MKS. Okay, right. Well, I think personally, I mean, you could tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the Juno price is pretty hot. I actually don't mind that price, $590 US. You might be able to get one cheaper, but I had a bit of a look around, and the average price was usually around about 100 to 150 US more, was what I was looking at. So that one, coming from Japan though, might be a bit of an issue, but yeah, anyway.
The good thing about Japan though is most of the stuff I've bought from Japan is in impeccable quality. They take care of shit.
They do, except for that Electrobe that I bought that was completely riddled with smoker's fingers.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, we have that. There's a smoking issue potentially, but everything else, yeah.
All right, now I'm just going to paste all of those Price Watch things into the blog article with all the YouTube links. Not YouTube, what am I saying? eBay. With all the eBay links. Because I think it was all eBay this week, which was good. Makes it nice and simple. And all the graphics, so you guys have got those. I didn't get a chance to do that before the show because I only just did it, the actual Price Watch segment, just before the show started. So there you go. And this sometimes happens with me when you have kids and life and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I got to doing the Stunny side on here either. Probably didn't. Yeah, I probably should do that as well. All right, give me a sec, guys. Now we're going to do... well, Chris... Oh, no, if you can do it. Actually, I was going to say... Because Ian's not here this week. Did you want to do...
on this day?
Hmm.
You can send me the information.
Yeah, I can
Happy
send
to
it to
do
you.
the...
Give me 2 secs.
Yeah. Discord.
Done. It's a URL.
Discord then.
Easy for you.
I turned off my Discord because it was taking up too much memory.
There you go.
God.
There we go. Now just give me a sec before we start that, because I've got to get the stinger ready.
Yeah, I got to fire up my Discord first.
Sorry guys, we're just getting the show prepared for you. There's more stuff to happen. It's exciting. Don't give up on us.
We're seeing how the sausage is made. This is good.
Yeah. Blog article is now ready to rock and roll. Just waiting for these images.
How the Savoy is made.
How the salves are made, yeah. Crack at the salves. Suck at the salves. Alright, just wait for that to load. Alright, ready for stinger. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Here we go. Mate, spared no expense on that stinger. Chris, on this day.
Hello. Yes, I'm just loading the page now. It says, oops. It says, looks like something is broken.
No, really?
Yes, it does.
Oh, no.
Literally. It's got a Henry Rollins Prolonging the Life of a Vinyl record. That's what's brought up.
Really?
This is on this day in music. I'll try it again.
Just give me a sec. Let me see if it...
Good. I was worried it was me.
If you remove the 0 out of the URL...
Okay.
And
is that
just,
at the end? Or?
And yeah, out of the end, the 0, it will work.
Ah, okay. It'll different date. Yep.
Yeah.
We broke the server. Oh yes. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry about the ridiculous amount of glow that you're going to get from me because. Hang on, I'll try and
I like you glowing. It's good.
You like me glowing? Well,
yeah.
You can have me bright and on this bright November 8th, biggest music headlines. The legendary Led Zeppelin released their legendary 4th album, which was Led Zeppelin 4, because they always had original titles for their Led Zeppelin albums.
Good year though. It was a good year.
Yes. What did it have? It had Black Dog and Rock and Roll on it. Stairway to Heaven. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Stairway to Heaven. Classic.
Pretty big album, that one.
Yeah. It said, stood out from the earlier works as it featured 2 guest artists, singer Sandy Denny from the band The Battle of Evermore, and pianist Ian Stewart. So we'd probably know all about him. Upon its release, the album topped the charts in the UK and Canada and peaked at top 5 in Australia, because we're all wagons here.
Yeah.
We love a bit of Led Zeppelin.
Bit of a smash.
Yeah. The US and multiple European countries as well as Australia. So it wasn't just... So, yeah, that was one time we were in sync with the Americans and the Europeans. Over the decades, it has been ranked among the highest, greatest albums of all times from such outlets as Rolling Stone, who else? Mojo, and NME. Is NME still going? I don't know.
Yeah.
While it was included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's definitive 200 list. Interesting.
Yeah.
Inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1999. Prince was still alive.
Yeah.
Y2K bug hadn't hit. We all thought everything was fine. Then 2000 came.
Yeah. Now, Chris, scroll down. Scroll down to
Yes.
the 8th of November, 1986. You'll need to scroll down a fair bit.
Ooh, 1986.
So this one is very synth related. You'll find out why when you read it.
It's quite a way down. 1986. It's all going up in years. Is it meant to go up in years, or is it going? Oh, it's going all over the place. Oh, Max Headroom. No. Berlin started a 4-week. Oh, take my breath away.
Yep, keep
Giorgio
reading.
Moroder. Song featured on the film Top Gun and was written by Giorgio Moroder and Tom Whitlock.
There
He
you
won
go.
an
There's
Academy
your synth
Award for
reference.
Best Original
DX7
Song.
patches in there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Meow, 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 meow.
Yep.
It is there. And the what is it? It won an Academy Award for Best Original Song. Awesome! I didn't know that. Golden Globe for award for Best Original Song in 1986. Think about it, 1986. Think about what you were doing in 1986. Riding a push bike probably. Berlin started a four-week run at number one. So that's not a huge. I mean, that's pretty big, 4 weeks, but it's not like. It's. I thought it was bigger. Well. What else do we have? I've got to look for something else that's a bit more.
You might want to go north
perhaps.
now, so as in newer. So you might want to go into maybe 2007, 2008.
Oh, Amy Winehouse did
Yeah,
something.
somewhere around there.
Oh, Akadaka.
Yeah.
Number
pick
one
that.
US top charts, Black Ice. You could do with that. It's probably not particularly synthy though, is it? Morrissey. Well, Morrissey did Morrissey hate synths or like synths? I can never remember if Morrissey liked synths.
He did
Kind
because
of did, didn't he? Yeah.
who was the
Used
other
hell out of
guy?
samplers,
Or was
I
it
know that.
Johnny?
So-
Was it Johnny? Was Johnny Marr?
Johnny Marr
was
and
really into synths,
Bernard
wasn't he?
Sumner got together and formed
Oh,
Electronic.
I loved
So-
Electronic. That was a great
Yeah.
band. I really liked that.
So it was the other Smiths guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Adele. Something about Adele. I won't mention that. Jermaine Jackson. No, we won't talk about the Jacksons. So there's a film coming out. Lyricist Margot Gurrian died at age 84. Sorry, no idea. Bonnie Raitt. No, we've got a few others. So these are all music related, but not necessarily synth related. How about a John Williams score? No, Robbie Williams score. Got that wrong. Beatles. What did they do? Something about an A side from George Harrison. So you could. I'm doing a great job of this, aren't I? Let's have a look. Well, I want to mention Max Headroom. I don't know why. Just because there's a picture of Max. Someone taking the piss out of Max Headroom in an Eminem video.
Yeah, it's
God.
Eminem's Rap God. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. It was a P155. I think, Chris. I think the cool thing that's actually related more personally to you and me is what happened in 1980. And there's actually a bit of a sad news about that, if you can remember. So what happened in 1980?
Oh, Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unmasked tour in Australia. I do remember when they were here.
Yeah, but where did they play?
At the Perth Entertainment Centre, which is no longer with us.
Yeah.
Fond
a place that
memories of
doesn't
it?
exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
We used to have this we used to have this entertainment centre, didn't we, Ranzee, in town?
Yep.
Right next to a bus station, if I recall. We had. Didn't we have an ABBA concert there as well? ABBA played there. Crikey. Quite a lot of cool things. I think I may have seen a classical concert there. Maybe. I think I saw.
Did NXS ever have a massive show there, or were they still fairly small? They had like selling out.
NXS would have been. Yeah, I wouldn't have been too young to go to see NXS, but they definitely were playing. I thought they were doing more gigs.
Smaller gigs, not
But that
arenas.
year, I think they were doing more gigs in pubs and stuff like that.
So the link to that, which is a little bit of a morbid link, and I do apologise for putting a downer on this, but Ace Frehley, the original lead guitarist and founding member of Kiss, died about a month ago.
Recently, right?
Yeah. He's pretty old. He was 74, but he actually was playing at that concert.
Oh, okay.
In Perth,
So,
in a place that
connection.
doesn't exist anymore. Yeah,
He's by far the best part of Kiss.
definitely the better songs with Ace on it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Just
He's a
the
better
playing,
songwriter,
the whole
wasn't he?
thing,
Yeah.
musicianship.
Yep. Him and the drummer guy, he died as well. The drummer
Chris.
guy, Chris. Yeah.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah. They had a bit of a a
with
thing
the star.
together where the drummer and the guitarist were kind of. It was really kind of interesting, that little sort of relationship.
Interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had
So, I mean,
fighting
usually
too, and they had that album with the 4 solo parts,
Yeah.
and there was all this infighting at the time. Because
Yeah.
Ace Frehley had the biggest hit of that time. The rock, Back in the New York Groove was just a huge hit.
Yeah. Oh, and friggin' Gene Simmons was like the biggest personality known to mankind, right?
Yeah, he's all about selling Kiss coffins and every
Yeah.
marketing thing you could think of.
Yeah,
So,
and it used to absolutely shit the band. They used, they didn't mind the cash rolling in, but at the same time they used to get sick of his massive personality.
and if you want a train wreck, watch Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. One of the worst movies ever made. It's
Absolutely.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't sit down with a bowl of popcorn because
you'd be choking on it.
you'd be throwing it at your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. That was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
8th of November wasn't a massive sort of thing in the
No,
history.
it doesn't. Yeah.
But definitely
Still
Berlin.
looking
Wow.
back
that was a
further, but
great
still.
song, wasn't it? Berlin, Take My Breath Away. I love that song.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I think we all watched Top Gun and we saw Kelly McGuinness and we saw Tom Cruise and that song was playing and we all went, oh, the synth sounds amazing. And then you had
Yeah,
Kenny
well,
Loggins playing a bit
that-
later,
Yeah. Getting
Yeah.
and that FM bell sound.
Yeah,
when the film
absolutely.
starts. It's like.
Well, I think that's where Faltermeyer got his start working with Moroder. That's one of his early works, is doing stuff with Moroder on Top Gun. Because he was like a protege for Moroder before he broke out to do Fletch and other stuff.
Mm.
Cool. Yeah, I love the Beverly Hills soundtrack.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Should we do the third clue?
Why not?
We'll do the third clue and then we will do Saturday Sonority. Third clue for the synth quiz is...
Okay, pronounce that.
it's
It's like Qbert. Remember the game Qbert with a...
I probably could pronounce that actually. I'd need some help from something. But I probably
From
could.
AI.
Yeah. Most people have probably already put their guesses in. This is pretty good. Pretty good. If you're wondering what sort of font you're looking at there, it's Cyrillic, isn't it? Cyrillic.
Cyrillic, yeah.
I'll call
Yeah,
it Cyrillic.
Cyrillic.
Which is
Is it Cyrillic?
basically
Is that how it's pronounced?
basically characters borrowed from Greek. Russian borrowed the Greek characters. So.
Yeah. And you see it all over Eastern Europe. There's a lot of Balkan type countries use it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that might be a big, massive hint for you guys. If you haven't already guessed, chuck your guesses in. Let's see who gets it first, but doesn't matter. Have some fun. See if you can guess it. This one, I think, was probably pretty easy this week. And we'll just give you guys a couple of secs. While we're doing that, we will run... Yeah, Chris is already pointing to it. Yeah. Welcome to Saturday Sonority, by the way, guys, where you can ask us anything. If you want. If you don't want to, that's fine. It's cool. Should we just check the chat?
Cry in the corner.
Who was first in the
instead.
chat to guess it?
That guy.
Goo's going for Performance EMC 01. Darren's going for the TB303. Good on you, Darren. Vicky's going for the Sonicware Livin' Ambient 0.
I missed the first clue, but I saw that Russian Cyrillic, and it's got to be, the one I put in there. So,
Okay.
but there are 3 or 4 choices I could have used because there's other Russian synths out there. So,
Well, do you guys want the answer? How about we give the answer and then we can work out who got it first? Because I think there's a few people that have got it. There is the answer. What?
That's the whole company, isn't it?
yeah, because they use the pi character for P. So
Yeah. See if you guys can work out what that says. Good on you, Steve.
It's definitely Polyvox.
It's the Polyvox. Yes, you are correct. It is the Polyvox. Okay, so the first clue was the low pass and band pass filter switch,
Okay.
which was this one. You guys can see that it's definitely low pass and band pass.
Okay.
So that actually says LP and HP. Oh, sorry, BP, sorry. The next one, there's a bit of noise coming from somewhere. I don't know what that is. No one to join the show. Weird. The second clue was this one, which actually says this is cross-mod. Cross-mod. That's what that says in Russian. And this one says phones. It says phones. It actually doesn't say phones. It says something else, but it means phones in English.
Means
Yeah.
Like headphone or
Headphones,
something.
yeah. And obviously that says Polyvox in Cyrillic. There you go. So I think, Andy, you might have been first. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I
but
saw Cyrillic, and I just had to put it in there. So
yeah. I think Andy
but
was
it could have been
first.
Elita, it could have been the PIM, the whole bunch of like Russian synths out there. There.
Yeah.
yeah,
The
got it a little bit after him, but
I'll tell you where the cross mod is it's printed on the panel. So if anyone's saying they can't see it printed on the panel, it may be a particular version of the Polyvox
Yeah.
that you
'cause I
are
was
looking for.
looking at the panel now, trying to
Yeah.
find them.
The
Popma.
I almost bought one about 6 years ago. I found some really good deals on eBay, and I always really wanted one since I saw the Jexus demo, and I didn't pull the trigger. I got the Polyvox filter instead for Eurorack. So
Yeah, been tempted to get one of those.
the only thing that I used to I've always sort of gone, I'll get one. And the only thing that's ever stopped me from getting one is because they are pretty much clones of the ones that we all know. It's so Russians, there are a couple of exceptions to that. So there's definitely some Russian
I found some
synths.
original ones.
Yeah.
They're actually original ones.
There are definitely some Russian synths out there that you can get that are completely their own thing, and they're groundbreaking. A little bit like Cobol RSF, those sort of things. But most of the stuff that you see is just a clone of a Moog or a clone of an Oberheim or a clone of a sequential.
Because they couldn't import. They couldn't
Roland.
import Western synths and
Yeah.
stuff like that. and
Well, I like that
stuff
they use
going
mil
around.
spec stuff, like the knobs and switches are all like military stuff in there. It's just hilarious.
yeah.
And
Yeah, you might
those
as well
flip
be using a
switches tend to
tank.
get brittle. I heard they can break those white flip switches.
All right, guys.
can
First
imagine.
questions come in for Saturday Sonority. Let's get that one cooking through. It's come from Lady Aptitude, or Babs as we know her. And I'm just waiting for 15 seconds.
Babs.
There it is. What is the best Rhodes plugin? I don't know, but check out my new Rhodes comparison video when you get a chance. There you go.
See what you did there?
Mm.
Very good.
A little bit of a plug there. By the way, speaking of plugs, Mr. Max t-shirt on today. The only thing, Stephen, is the logo's a little low. I changed the camera angle to get my logo.
Yeah, yeah, I had to modify slightly.
There was a video he shared in Discord and on the Synth Geekery channel as well, by the way. So go check that out. So he's plugging his little t-shirt business. So I think he mentioned that he hasn't had any sales yet. Zero sales, which is not nice to know. Where's the address? Let me get the address up again. I'll paste it in for you guys. And send him some dollars. He's sitting over there in Thailand.
Yeah, come on.
He's feeling lonely.
It's Christmas, getting close to Christmas time. Get someone else's shirt. Yeah.
I don't know if he said he's changed his video. Here we go. Damn. Where did the link go, guys? Give me a
There's
sec.
a great Rhodes app for
I'll
iPad
look
called
for it.
Tines. Looks like
Is
this.
Mac in the chat?
Yes. Vintage voltage.
There it is.
Cool.
I know my camera's too high, but that's the way I like it.
It's
It's been sniffing stuff.
that's
high.
the way I like it.
Just text me, Discord me the link again, Stephen, so I can paste it into the chat.
Should be in Marketplace, shouldn't it?
Oh, okay, yeah, in my channel.
Would it be?
Marketplace.
I don't
Is that-
see him posting.
Yeah,
a
there it is.
video.
Vintagevoltage.shop. Fourth wall.
Oh, the shop, yeah. Yep. The link's there for his shop. Absolutely.
It's gonna have the stupid. Get rid of the EN-AUD automatic crap. Not that one, mate. It's alright. I've got what I wanted. He's just sent me a different link. That's the one. I'm pretty sure he wants me to share with you guys. Vintage voltage shop fourth wall. I believe that's the one. Tell me if that's the wrong link, but it still comes up. That's his shop anyway. Go check it out. Buy some merch for him, and it's all synth related. It's not anything to do with me, by the way. It's all synth related. There's some pretty cool stuff in there. Definitely check it out. Right. So ask us anything, guys. Highlight my name. Ask us anything. We've got half an hour or so we can muck around for. Otherwise, we'll just talk about shit. We do every week. What did we talk about last week? We started talking about some weird stuff last week. Completely got off the handle. Chris, why don't you talk about your stuff while we're waiting?
Yes. People remember my little module. The mixer, compact mixer, it's going to be available as a DIY kit next. And everything, it's all what you need to make, and it's good fun. Few people have commented on how they enjoy it, so I tried to do as good a job as I did in the last one. So hopefully you'll enjoy it too. And I am also going to try and send these kits to the US as well. So I'll be reopening the US shipping thing for that. So I know a few of my customers from the US probably haven't been able to consider this because of that shipping problem, or not so much a shipping problem as a customs problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to convince customs that that is a construction kit where some assembly is required, and therefore it is a product of Australia because it's been put together by me, spending numerous hours going through checklists and checking individual components and putting everything together, because that's what customs suggests that you explain. So I'm going to try that, but we can't necessarily guarantee that it's going to get through customs. I've seen a few other DIY kit builders say, okay, if you want it, I'm happy to send it to you. I'll do everything, do the best I can with customs, and if customs decides to take it aside for some reason, I'm afraid that's going to be your problem. So if you want to take that risk, certainly happy to send you a kit, and you can talk to me about it as well. Just ask me what the deal is with that, because I'm happy to explain the complexity, and yeah, I'm happy to explain it, what I'm going to do to try and get it through customs. It may be fine. This could be one of those situations where the rules say one thing, or the rules are vague about something, and customs are like, I'm not going to bother with this. Here you go. So little old kit builders probably going to be left alone by this big, bad, scary Trump tariff situation, hopefully. So that's
I'm gonna build a great
it.
big problem.
Yeah. I know.
I should get that as a little soundbite, shouldn't I?
Yeah. I'm hoping that, in a couple of months we'll kind of would have forgotten about all this. I certainly hope so. Yeah. So I'm still working on new modules, by the way. So Ranzee knows what I'm working on, and I'll be getting back to that. So that's going to be good fun, and it's going to be exciting. So hopefully it'll be something people in this program will enjoy too, because it's kind of a different.
Will these new module or modules, plural, will they be utility modules,
Yes,
or other?
Utility modules. I guess you'd call one of them a utility module. Every module I'm going to put out in this family of modules that I'm about to put out will have a sort of default function, and then it'll have an supposedly infinite number of other functions. depending upon your willingness to
So multi-purpose
program and stuff.
Um,
Yeah, so utility is probably not a bad way of saying it. It's kind of, it has they'll have a dedicated function out of the box, so you can buy my modules as this is its dedicated function, but you can also buy it if you want it to do something completely different, and I'll give you all the tools and hopefully guidance, and hopefully there will be a community of people who will eventually get on board and provide their patch ideas and stuff like that. So it'll be we're talking about patchable modules. That's I've probably said too much already, but yes, talking about modules that will have
it's good to get these sneaky ideas,
sneaky
so
ideas.
people are
Yes.
wondering. So
Yes.
we don't actually know what they are exactly, but we have now. We know it's not
Yes, or how
a
they'll
granular
look, or-
synth, for instance, module.
yes, and I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm getting into the oscillator business. I think we're quite well saturated with oscillators. There's probably people out there going to prove me wrong, but yeah. So I'm trying to deal in the slightly different areas. So more we're talking about control signals and stuff like that. So
Quick
Yeah.
comment on the Rhodes plugins too. There's a Windows, Mac version as well as iOS. The VTines is really good.
nice.
Very, very nice. Yeah. A little pricey compared to some of the other ones, but it's really high quality. Acoustic Samples, I think, is the company.
What iPad is that, Andy? Is it just a standard iPad?
It's
or is it
iPad Pro, Gen 2, iPad Pro. The last one with the headphone jack.
Ah, yeah. That
The
Headphone
iPad
jacks
standard
are
have
there.
headphone jacks, but for some reason the goddamn Pro has no headphone jack after Gen 2. I don't know why.
Because headphone
Just to
jacks are
piss
for
off musicians.
losers, apparently.
Just to piss off musicians, because you can't use charge MIDI, Lightning MIDI, and Lightning audio all at the same time. Stupid. So you have to use Bluetooth, and Bluetooth has latency. So, or you have to use an outboard mixer via Bluetooth to carry more gear around.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, great thinking. That.
Yeah, that's the Pro version, by the way.
So Pro Max, it's what chips in that then? The Pro 2 is.
This is a
That being
A6 or
said-
whatever it is, or A6, A7, or whatever the hell
Is
it
it-
is. I don't know.
Or is that a Z in the
It's not-
Pro?
It's I forgot the exact chip. It's been a while though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking, because a newer, something like a newer iPad, not a Pro, just a standard one with the headphone socket, although
Yeah.
that's going now. So if you can't get a Gen 10, I think a Gen 10's the last one in there, because I've got a Gen 10 here, and they use a
Yeah,
Gen
I'd love to
10
get a
for
newer
live,
one,
which
but
is-
I want that headphone jack. It sucks.
yeah,
Because the bigger
that's
real
what I mean,
estate's so
Gen
much
10
better
was
on
the
a
last one
Pro.
with the headphone jack. Oh yeah, yeah. Especially if you're doing
But,
border
and
and
then-
stuff.
So Halfguy mentioned USB hub. That's great, but in order to charge, you also have to power the USB hub. So it's more shit to carry around. So
While we were talking about Chris's shop, I just jumped over to the Makeshift Modular Etsy store and just wanted you guys to see that he's got the CM402 compact mixer for sale for this is Australian dollars, but it's what price is it in US?
249 roughly.
249.
249. Yeah.
Yeah.
US.
One thing I will say is it's probably better if you live in anywhere other than the US at the moment, just because of what Chris has said. But if you look at the sort of demographic of my show, Chris, there's probably more European / UK / Australian viewers anyway than US viewers. US viewers tend to watch my show on replay, so I do get kind of like a second suck of the sav of my show, but it tends to be the east coast of Australia that watches it on replay and the US viewers, and that's purely because of the time that we go live.
Yeah.
Now,
makes sense.
having said that, you don't have like gazillion of these sitting in stock, right? So
No.
I would
I'll
jump
make
on
more if
these.
people buy them.
Well, that's the thing.
I'll make more if people do, but there's a slight delay, obviously, for
Yeah,
parts.
if you don't want to
About a week
wait,
to
get it now, and then he's going to run out, and then you're going to have to wait. So that's this mixer, by the way, is awesome. And the other thing was the... Oops.
Yeah, the 6 guys have got it in their basket, so somebody wake them up, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you can
probably,
do that, can you? How do I go back?
No. Well, no, I can send them a special offer, but
There. And GP82, obviously you can get GP82 as both a DIY kit for 169 Aussie or Chris US.
that's a good question.
Okay, whatever Chris
The
says.
kit
in a minute.
or the module?
The kit.
The kit's only about 105, I think, US dollars.
Wow, that is so cheap. And then you obviously
Yeah, it's
fully
a little
built-
over 100, which is yeah, it's kind of it's a cheap kit in terms of, that's what people kind of like put in their stocking, but stocking filler, I guess. The only difference, of course, is that you got to pay freight. So some people it's a big deal, some people it's not.
to save, what is it? Aussie wise, 60 bucks. 58 bucks, right? To save 58 bucks to build it yourself, mate, 58 bucks is cheap. Get Chris to build it. He's going to do a better job. Unless you want to fight him.
I agree.
I exactly. I enjoy building them, so I like
I agree.
keep
I'm
up
an
with
instant
my standards,
gratification
so-
guy. My days of building are long past. I like
Yeah.
professionally built stuff. So
Yeah. Well, I do my best. People have commented. People seem to like my soldering, don't they, Rant?
I don't mind it.
You might be biased.
hey, it works. That's all that counts, right? Even if it's a little sloppy, if it works, it works. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I
The
used
guy-
to think my soldering was pretty good, but I wasn't really sure how it compared to other people. And then I saw a few of my kits built and went, okay, right, yeah, that's what people are paying me for.
Yeah, exactly. Because the guy who built my hex mix and
I
hex
forgot-
expander
Yeah,
did a really good job on it. Yeah.
yeah.
Just-
I
but just look
forgot
at this,
how long it took
Chris.
to learn
Just
soldering.
let them look at this for a sec. So in that
Sure.
rack, you can see Chris's module is kind of the nice black and gold, shiny looking module there. And look at the other modules that aren't shiny. The Behringers, they're all that dull sort of look. So you can just look at the quality. Look at the quality.
That's quite a blingy module, I must admit.
It is very blingy. I love the gold
It's
in it.
quite blingy. It's good bling.
Did the feedback module guys kind of inspire you to do the gold stuff?
A little bit, yeah. I think
Yeah.
it was probably the feedback. The
Multi-tap.
was the first time I'd actually seen it in the flesh.
Yeah.
It's now it's used by quite a few people now.
Yeah.
But, a different style to me, so that's cool.
It is
because
definitely. Yeah.
I think I'm the only one who's using a combination of colours.
My ADAC radio, it's called radio something or other. It's a synth playback thing. It's solid gold. It's like Trump would love it. So
Yeah.
See, look, it's like his bathroom, whatever, in the White House.
basically, yeah.
Restroom.
Yeah, he could hang it up behind himself.
You should put that other module next to it,
Do-
Andy.
maybe-
the Trump piss take module.
Oh yeah, what was that? I forgot that was called.
The,
yeah, that was
the
hilarious.
prostitute girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Stormy Daniels.
Something
or
Stormy
Stormy Daniels, that's it.
Stormy panel. That was it. Stormy
Stormy
panel.
panels.
panels.
Yeah. So you got, you
Or
got
get
me
a marble,
thinking
fake marble looking module. You know.
Maybe my next module should have a chandelier, optional, of course. But
There
chandelier.
you go. Little thing hanging off of it. Little, like
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, he will have a
a,
ballroom.
flex,
so.
a flexi one. A little flexi thing.
Yeah, lights up like a
A
Christmas.
few months ago, I was working at the Royal Show in my city, and it's like a year fair that they have here. And I was bored one day. I had a kind of lull period where I was working, so I went for a bit of a wander around all the different stalls that they've got. And this guy, little Chinese sort of electronic sort of flea market type guy was there. They're in every city and every world, these guys I'm talking about, right? And he was selling all sorts of mobile phone, type connections and kits and stuff like that. And I said to the guy, I said, do you have a Bluetooth speaker? And he goes, yeah, have a look at this one. And it's like a car tire. And it's a Bluetooth speaker, right? And you turn it on, it goes, vroom, and it's like this Chinese voice. Bluetooth is connected. Like this sounded like Mexican, but anyway, imagine that was a Chinese accent. Anyway, and I bought it from my son, and he's like, Dad, I love the speaker, but geez, that Chinese lady that comes on every time that you turn it on, she's really starting to shit me. And there's no way you can turn it off. It's like it's permanently on there. And every time I can see in his room, I hear it when he turns it on. It's like, vroom, the Bluetooth is connected.
I have an American one that does it like a pad startup, like a synth pad, and you have to basically put it against your body when you turn it on because it's too loud. It's
right, yeah. Yes.
Too loud. Sounds like
inbuilt sound
Vangelis
in
song.
inexpensive Chinese products. Yeah, it's probably a whole topic.
Well, that's the added value. You see what you got? You got extra goodies you didn't pay for.
When you to put up with their bizarre ideas of what actually works in the market, it's kind of funny, isn't it? Yeah. Like, you ever buy those, like, I don't know if you ever get into the camera world, but you ever buy those sort of copy brands, like a copy action camera or a copy, for me it was the PTZ, right? The copy PTZ. Okay. And I never ever go into the menu system on that because it is bonkers. It's like, what the hell I don't even know what you were smoking when you made that. It's really weird. Luckily
that guy
for
still
me,
reaches out to me. I was going to get the same one you got, and he
Justin
never lets me go. He keeps asking me, do you want to buy? I said, no, I don't have any money right now.
But
it looks,
block him.
The quality's good though.
Block
the quality's good though. He's nice.
He didn't make it though. He's just a reseller. That guy. He's just a reseller. You can probably just get him on AliExpress or whatever, right? But absolute bonkers. Like when you go into the menu, it's in English, right? But they must have done, I don't know, some sort of instead of like a translation through Google, which probably would have actually worked properly for them if they did that. I reckon they had someone that spoke a bit of English.
It happens a lot. Japanese stuff does that too a lot. It's very funny.
Well, what they say,
English.
Knowing enough English to be dangerous.
Yeah. The whole website English.com is based on that stuff. So
there's like things in the menu that I don't even know what the hell. There's like this button that says fruit, and I'm scared to press it.
You sure it wasn't for Apple? Was that Apple stuff?
Yeah, it might be something to do with Apple Connection or something, but it says fruit.
It says fruit company. It's like Forrest Gump.
It's hilarious. And the manual, the printed manual. Oh, it is so funny.
But they make that amazing joystick controller that you didn't get. That looks really nice.
Well, you can get that. You can get that off AliExpress, man. Don't pay his prices.
No, I know, but the one that they have is pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, his prices are okay, but you go into AliExpress and you go, oh, that's how much he's making.
Well, I like the one that Kent has, where it follows you, the little Osmo, whatever it is.
Oh, you can you can get those now. The even Temu have got those now, right? Those little AI. They're not really AI. It's just a sensor.
Detection. Yeah.
AI is
keep it framed.
People are using AI.
Keep you framed. I know.
It's
the
not
overuse
throwing
of
it
AI.
around.
Large language
throwing it
modeling.
around.
It's
Yeah.
not really
The
AI.
old days, it just probably was an algorithm, right? It wasn't AI at all. Yeah.
Yes, the moment when you start getting like little DIY programming projects where they say, if this happens, then that happens. You see, I've just done AI. No, that's programming. AI.
Well, just think about
Becky, it probably wouldn't say Windows. It'd probably say glass or fruit.
Think about Melodyne. Melodyne came out long before this AI rage and all this, like, everything's labeled AI.
Yeah.
Melodyne's genius programming.
Yeah,
But
Melodyne's
he never
good.
called it AI.
No.
You know.
But it's because it's not. It's not. All it is just it's sensing stuff.
Good programming.
Good
Very
programming.
good programming.
It's analysis. It's
It's
signal
analysis,
analysis
yeah.
and recreation.
I mean, we used
Same
to
with
do,
the Isotope RX. You know.
we used to call it data warehousing and data analysis and all sorts of names in the older days. You know,
Big data, yeah.
Yeah, and it's basically just it's using statistical algorithms. It's using search parameters, things like that. It uses
Lookup tables and stuff.
Yeah, different types of maths algorithms, like different sorting algorithms and things like bubble sort and those sort of things. So,
by
it's
the way, I
not
gave a
AI.
ride to a guy at Stanford the other day. His professor developed the algorithm for Uber's search patterning.
Oh, wow.
This is statistical analysis of the search and the map route. This is written by a professor at Stanford. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
People are not even
4GL,
thinking for
Steve.
themselves now. They're just using ChatGPT even to answer questions.
Even for coding, they just have a whole program written in ChatGPT.
Yeah, that scares the hell out of me because I'm a programmer.
Or guitar pedals. People like design guitar pedals in ChatGPT. It gives them schematics and everything.
Yeah, but you wouldn't trust it. Seriously, you would not trust
They
it.
made it. People have actually made it, but I don't know how good they were. So.
Exactly.
It'd make an interesting YouTube video, I think. I've got ChatGPT to design me and then build it and see how much it fails.
Yeah, and this is what I did to fix it, and this is what I learned in the process.
Yeah.
So that'd be okay because you're showing a journey that has a logical end. But if someone just uses AI to do something and then says, "Right, I'm out. I've done my bit. I've made my money," that's not so kind of fun because that just means we're adding to the world of enshittification, if I can use that word.
Like we have those Waymo cars here, the robot cars from Google carve out basically, and they're really intelligent, but they're basically draw by number, they're paint by number, draw by line stuff. They have predefined routes. They can read other sensors and dynamically go around cars and stuff, but they still pretty much have fixed routes that they're dynamically go. So they work very, very well considering the time period we're in. But they're certainly not that smart. They get stuck all the time and have other issues. But it's pretty cool. They haven't killed anybody yet. So the previous one called Cruise did kill somebody in San Francisco, and they got shelved. So yeah,
well, that's always a plus. Not killing people.
Well, that's the thing. One lawsuit will put them in jeopardy because a Waymo car costs $250,000 each because of all the cameras, sensors, computers on board, and custom Jaguar car that they built for them. So they're already still in the red. They haven't made a profit yet. So one lawsuit could totally screw them.
I remember when I used to go to uni, and this was a long time ago, they used to talk about how many lines of code were on like a NASA rocket versus a Mercedes-Benz car. And then the kids would always go, "Oh, the NASA rocket's got more lines of code in it, surely. These things going into space." And you'd always trick people, and it's actually the Mercedes-Benz had more lines of code, and it was actually a known thing. I think it was in the Guinness Book of Records at the time. And we're talking about a long time ago now, but these days I'm sure the Tesla would have gazillions of lines of code in it compared to I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't actually know, but guessing.
The amount of byte pinching, bit pinching, and optimization the NASA. Well, a lot of them were women, weren't they? The NASA programmers, I thought.
I mean, it wasn't much more than Atari 2600 as far as the computer goes.
Well, look at the Voyager, right? The Voyager was Fortran, wasn't it? The code that they used in the Voyager.
Very old stuff.
And I mean, that's really simple language, right? Considering compared to what's out today.
And it's still sending stuff back.
I mean, it's very basic what it can do, though. If you think about this thing, it takes an enormous amount of time for it to communicate.
Well, it's images, a magnetometer, and that kind of stuff. It's really basic stuff.
It's like, if you can imagine back in the days when we had those dial-up modems to join the internet, right? And, and I'm talking about 2400 baud, not these 56K things that we had just before ADSL and the faster internet started to come in. I'm talking about the original days when we had 2400 baud modems, or even 1200, and you literally had to go and fine-tune all of your transmission COM port settings and things like that, so that the data wasn't going too quick through it, because it would drop its connection
and stuff.
So the Voyager, to communicate with the Voyager, is kind of similar sort of trickery to do that, because the speed at which it's coming at is so slow. It's so inherently slow, and the amount of data it's trickling in is actually, there's actually a website you can go check this out. It's actually really interesting if you're interested in data transmissions in lo-fi, right? It's lo-fi data transmission. It's really interesting. And the people that
what's really
work
cool
on is that they literally are doing error capturing at like the bit level, at really slow bit level, error capturing. And they have to wait for these checksums and all sorts of stuff to come through.
Yeah.
Sorry, what you're saying, Andy?
Yeah. I was going to say the really cool thing that came out of all that is the magnetometer data and some other stuff they've actually downsampled into audio range. And they actually, you can listen to the sound of Jupiter storms and stuff. And it's really cool synthesis. You listen to it, it sounds like some guy doing wacky stuff on a synthesizer, but it's just converted data from Jupiter's atmosphere and other stuff that they've passed. And you can download the recordings. They're really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon, sci-fi stuff and synths have a very close relationship. Like, if you ever think of any TV series or any movie that you've ever watched, if it's a documentary or if it's a TV show or anything like that, they will always have a synthesizer playing in the background, making either bleeps and bloops sounds or very eerie.
Or even simple, like the Baron score for Forbidden Planet was all like test equipment. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of Heidenbach style.
But there's such an affinity with it. I remember talking when I went to uni. I was talking to this physics professor, and I mean, even those days I used to be a real synth nerd. And I was talking to this physics professor, and I said, what sort of sci-fi movies and TV shows do you watch? Because, just out of curiosity, if these guys actually watch the propaganda, right, as opposed to them being academic. And this guy was like fully into Star Trek and all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. One of my favorite things is the holodeck, right? Is the sound effects of the holodeck. And he actually told me, I actually wish I could remember what he told me, but he actually told me how some of the sound effects were made. And they weren't made with synths. They were made with,
I have the actual sound
kitchen
effects
things.
album. It's like reversed drill, compressors played backward, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Like I'm pretty sure he said a whisk from the kitchen drawer or something, tapped on something. Yeah, there's some weird.
The famous Star Wars blaster sound is hitting the guy wires of a telephone pole.
Yeah. That was
and then modified a little bit.
Was it Ben Breslin? Yeah.
Ben Burt is it?
Ben Burt, that's it. Yeah.
His sound design for or actually Walter Murch, who also did stuff with Coppola. His sound design for the Conversation. Have you ever seen that movie? If you're into sound and sound recording, watch The Conversation with Gene Hackman. It's got amazing sound effects in it from Walter Murch.
Yeah, well, I mean, Doctor Who for me was pretty big in my childhood, and
sure.
I mean, I watched all the different versions of Doctor Who. Like, I watched the 70s versions and the 80s versions, and the 70s versions, they had a different theme tune. I remember that when the theme tune changed, and I remember thinking to myself, oh, I don't like the new theme tune, and then eventually I loved the new theme tune. It was kind of weird. It was
funny,
like this
isn't it?
transition thing that you go through.
Yeah.
But the original theme tune was
Delia.
Yeah, Delia, done with all sorts of weird
test equipment and tape, no
stuff.
synths.
Yeah. And it wasn't until the 80s one where they used the ARP Odyssey and the CS80. That was kind of like the second generation theme tune. Yeah, I love that. I love that stuff, and the way the Dalek voices worked. So a lot of people don't know how the Dalek voices work. So
there's a website. The BBC has a website. You can go play with the wobulator and the ring modulator and the machine gun generator that makes the machine gun sounds. It's all artificial. Yeah, it's fun. Just look at wobulator. Use Google Chrome if you can, because it uses a special audio plugin that some of the browsers don't like.
Yeah,
and that's very cool.
Has anyone seen the more modern version of Doctor Who that's on the Disney Channel?
No. But
I saw the
Disney Plus, I should say, not Disney Channel.
I saw the Eccleston one.
Yeah,
Christopher Eccleston, or whatever his name is. I saw his version.
So
that's the.
Dare I get shot down for saying this?
The new.
but it's the woke version, Darren. The new version. It's the woke.
Yeah,
well, that's where the woman is the Doctor Who, right?
You're talking about
the.
No, not the woman.
You've gone past that.
No, we've gone past the woman.
We've gone past Jodie Kidd. No.
Oh, now what?
I don't know if I want to.
A young gentleman of of
He's
brown
wearing
skin.
tight shirts. Put it that way.
Yeah.
They're very tight, the shirts.
Well, look, Doctor Who can be anybody, right? It's as it's explained.
Ambiguous.
It could be any person in the world.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Well,
Otherwise, there'll always
the
be some
thing
old
is,
guy with a
it's-
scarf
it's a-
on, right?
It's
Yeah,
not.
well,
it's not. It's. I don't
it was
actually mind him.
supposed to
He's actually pretty good.
It was ambiguous. Is a fine because it was neither female or
Yeah.
male.
Exactly.
You've got to be careful where you go here.
Yeah. He was
But
non
they've gone.
non-gender.
Non-binary.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, they made it open ended
problem
by
is
the design by saying it could be anybody that's open ended, right? So
I said
Yeah,
I
they've gone
don't.
down
I don't
a
actually mind him as a
specific route
character, but the
banged all ahead with it.
the innuendo with the woke shit in it is really doing my head in. It's kind of just leave it, guys,
But
please.
it's not, you're not all right. They've left it because it's now finished. Doctor, there's no more.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
it.
bit sad, isn't it?
Really?
They're doing a Christmas. They're doing a Christmas special in 2027.
Finally, full stop. Okay.
Because Disney have pulled out all the money, so they're not doing any. It's literally
Yeah, but they
collapsed.
ruined it.
They've basically ruined it.
They completely ruined
Yeah, exactly.
it. I wish they never.
however,
did.
though, if you
I
watch
think the
old
last-
Doctor Who, it's incredibly cheesy. It was never like great science.
The BBC should bite back off of them. They really should. It was
No,
a
the
bad-
BBC still own. The BBC still own. The BBC still own it.
Oh,
It's
they
their
still own it?
property.
Oh,
But they-
okay.
Yeah, they don't have the money now to continue it. How they were doing because I think Disney gave them something like $1 million per episode, and they bought it for two. Oh, well, they actually bought it for 3 seasons, but they went to see how the first 2 seasons went before they confirmed the 3rd season. And obviously, it disappeared off the planet because it was literally getting about 3 million viewers in the UK, which is like
Interesting
just ridiculous.
lesson
And then
there.
it dropped to 1.5, and that's on the night, and it was just cancelled. They just cancelled it because they were not spending that much money.
Well,
on
it's
it.
'cause
so
it's
BBC
shite.
were left. Well, exactly.
Watch it, and
Well,
you'll
if
know
you
exactly
compare the
what I mean.
original
Yeah,
Doctor,
yeah.
if you look at
It
the
was
older
already-
Doctor Who stuff, though, I think Roger Corman had bigger budgets in his stuff than that show did. So
But even
it was like a shoestring.
But it was
even
better.
the
It
corny,
was still,
storylines they had in the 80s.
But the
That's
the
what I
thinking
liked
and the
about it.
intellectual and the,
Yeah.
the creative, the play of ideas and
The-
suspense and all of that wasn't cheesy. It was, reasonable.
like
the
I
thing
like
is,
the old
they're always
BBC
trying to-
production of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the old
Yeah.
80s version. That was really
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
The old
yeah.
version.
Yeah.
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 Bit like the old Red Dwarf as well. That was cool.
Yeah, Red Dwarf was. Yeah.
Me, the brain, the
So, sometimes you don't. You probably don't need to continue stuff. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just don't need to continue. You just need to.
Well, look how badly Star Trek is going now, and Star
You just
Wars.
need to
It's
end
just
it.
like, all right.
Yeah. Well, there was this guy. There was this guy in Australia who made this series called. We started off in the early 2000s. He made this. What would you call it? Documentary of this thing. He's called The Magician, and his name's Scott Ryan, right? The actor, the name of the guy that did it. And then he wrote this three season series called Mr. In Between, and it's a story about this guy who's a hitman in Australia, and it's really good. Like if you guys need go look to watch it, it's really cool intake on Aussie culture, sort of mid 2000s, 2010 to
Is it based on a real
2020.
hitman, or is it just a creative thing?
It's creative, but it's very true to life, and it's kind of like follows him and his life, and I won't go into what it is. Anyway, so Scott was this character's name is what was his name again? I forget now. Anyway, Scott was interviewed. I think it was by Disney bought the rights to the show, right? And Scott was interviewed by someone on the Disney Channel, and they're like, "Why aren't you guys? This is like going nuts in America right now. Everyone wants more. They want to know what's is season 4 going to come out? Are you going to do season 4?" And he's like, "No, I'm not going to do it." And they're like, "Why not? Why are you going to do it?" Why? And he's like, "I'm done. I'm finished. I don't have anything more to give in this character.
Yes.
I want to move on to my next thing, as a creative
Stories
person."
can just end. They don't have to just keep going.
He left it, the end, I won't give it away, but he left it as a bit of a cliffhanger, so you don't really know. And he has left it so that you could possibly bring another series out if you wanted to. So he's clever. He's left it like that, but he's completely emphatic about. He hasn't done it for. I think the series was last filmed in 2019 or something, so it's quite old now. So and he's left it like that, and it's quite funny actually, because when he released it, it was released just after COVID finished, and then it sort of did well in Australia, and then it fizzled for a bit, and then it's taken off probably in the last year or two in the US and overseas. And this he's turned very, very wealthy in the last couple of years because of it. But there is a perfect example of someone who is sticking to his guns and saying, look, I'm not going to do any more.
Yeah. You have to know when to end something.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people like to flog the horse when it's dead, or whatever they say, jump. They like to have Fonzie jump the shark.
Yeah.
Well, look at all those horrible things clearly made during COVID with people solo in rooms of social distancing, stuff like that. Like they made that remake of War of the Worlds with Ice Cube, which is just awful, right? And everything is shot like there's a guy on the golf course, there's a woman downtown, there's this guy. It's all single shots because it was shot during COVID, and this looks bad. It's just
just don't watch that. Don't.
It's a very bad movie anyway, but you could tell it's a COVID movie. The way it's shot.
Yeah.
Well, even the
Because
trailer's bad enough.
They had restrictions during COVID. Yeah. The character's name. I've just remembered. Ray Shoesmith was the character's name. And the series was called Mr. In Between, so do check it out if you can. It's kind of dark and it's kind of violent at times, but it's a hit, man. I mean, I think you definitely like it, Andy. There's some horror themes in there. Yeah.
Well, I just love like Breaking Bad is very dark, but it had some really good stuff in it too, and it knew when to end. It had a great ending.
Did you ever see like Romper Stomper, and did you ever see some of those?
I'm not a huge fan of Romper Stomper, but it was well made. I just didn't like the characters in it. I thought it was...
Yeah. Did you ever see the there was a really famous he's dead now, the guy, Chopper Reed. He was like this kind of crazy real life character, right, in Australia. Like he was a man of crime, murderer, but also published books and things like that. There was, the Australian actor called Eric Bana. He's now living in America, right? Yeah. So he did the Chopper Reed movie. So if you haven't seen that, do check that out.
What's it called?
Was it called Chopper?
It's called Chopper, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's called Chopper.
Chopper? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Yeah.
So that's
I love the
literally after the
dark Australian characters.
story.
Like Toe Cutter is one of my favorite characters from Mad Max. Toe Cutter's amazing.
Yeah, Toe Cutter.
And
you've got
all those guys.
You've got Wolf Street. Have you seen Wolf Street?
Yeah. No, I haven't seen that.
Not Wolf Street. Sorry, Wolf Creek. Sorry, Wolf Creek.
Oh, Wolf Creek. I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
very violent.
That's
Very
very
violent.
disturbing.
Yeah.
It's like torture porn kind of stuff.
Yeah. Welcome to Australia. That's a great.
Well, you had a zombie movie that called The Dead, I think it was, and it started out really good, and then it became this weird thing with aliens and bodies hovering up on orbit, and it's like, what is this movie? But production values were very good.
I don't remember that.
And it started out cool, and then it just went downhill real fast.
I don't remember that. The Dead.
Yeah, called The Dead, I think it was.
I mean, how many zombie movies are there? There's a million, right?
Yeah, millions of them. Yeah.
I don't mind them. I mean, kind of when you watch them, you sort of get to the point where, guys, this zombie stuff, you got to try and kill
Italian ones from the 80s
already.
are the best. The rip-off Italian ones from the late 70s, early 80s are the best. They're just so cheesy and funny, but great scores by Goblin and other bands like that. Fabio Frizzi.
My favorite was
great
Night of the Living Dead. That was my favorite.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hands down, you can't.
I mean,
beat
Dawn of
it.
the Dead's my favorite because the mall and the Goblin music and the message about consumerism and stuff. It's a great movie. So.
Lots of innuendos in it, isn't there? Yeah, I loved it too. But
He always had social commentary in his stuff. Yeah.
I used to love that scene in the Night of the Living Dead where they go through that. They're walking through some shop, and there was like half a dog barking at them.
Oh, you're talking about that's Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the half dogs that come
The
to
half
life.
dog, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
They call them
So
split
good.
dogs.
Humor.
Split dogs.
Evil Dead 2, Evil
Dead's
Dead
great,
3 was Evil Dead 3 went a little
Army
bit
of Darkness.
softer on
Yeah,
it.
all three of those are great.
Yeah.
The remake is
some
not good.
sugar, baby.
Evil Dead remake.
Groovy.
Probes, we talked about it before
Yeah.
in chat. Probes, we talked about Wolf
Bruce
Creek.
Campbell.
Wolf Creek was the movie. and it was partly based on a true story. It was based on
Oh, it was?
the Falconio murder.
Cannibal guy or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like he was, what was his name? He's still alive. The guy. He was in. I think they were talking about releasing him soon because he's done his time. Brad or something. The guy that killed this Peter Falcone. He's a British guy. Peter Falcone, and there was a backpacker as well. And it was like they reckon this guy's murdered lots of people, and it was based.
Well, I imagine
based
there's some
on
pretty
theories.
wild characters in the outback, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that was convicted of his murder is currently at the moment going through parole hearing to release him, and there's all these politicians right now saying no, I want him locked up and never ever to be released. But he's maintained his innocence throughout the whole thing. They've never, you know how that it was a trial based on circumstantial evidence. It was pretty compounding circumstantial evidence, but he's never ever based on. They've never ever got him like with physical evidence type thing.
Yeah, DNA.
No smoking gun or anything
witness.
like that, right? Yeah.
You want to see a great Australian movie? Watch Road Games. It has Stacey Keach and Jamie Lee Curtis. It's a great.
Yeah, it's a while ago, that one.
Not well known movie.
Yeah, I know the one. I think we've talked about it before, Andy. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she still gets around, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh yeah.
She's what, the Halloween reboot?
When she's not selling yogurt for your gut health, you know. So.
Oh, is she doing that over there? Is she? Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they've got to survive somehow, don't they? Hey, you know.
Yeah. And
When
it's helping
when
some
you
people
think
out,
about
I
it, like
guess.
a lot of those people, they used to, before they had their careers in acting and they got rich and big and stuff, they used to scrape money together to, you know, they'd probably do waitering, bartending, whatever they had to do.
Well, look at athletes. Their wealth comes from all the endorsements.
Yeah.
Shoes.
Yeah.
You know, like Nike, Adidas, all that stuff. It's just crazy. Yeah.
Because those companies sell because of those guys.
Oh,
you know,
it's just
and the
crazy
ladies.
amount of money there.
Yeah.
It's an insane amount of money they get.
Yeah. No, definitely some cool synthy type vibey type movies to watch. And it's stuff that I really enjoy. Like, I don't know if you guys, when you're watching movies, do you kind of get a little bit distracted when you hear the music and you think, oh, wonder what synth that
Blade
was.
Runner 2099.
Yeah, that's a big one, isn't it?
2049.
2049, yeah.
Sounds.
No,
Hans Zimmer.
2099. They do it. No, 2099.
Oh, it's a new one?
They're on about doing. Yeah, well,
Oh, wow.
well, Amazon are on about doing a sort of mini series. Blade Runner.
Oh,
I
I
think
didn't know
called.
that.
It's going to be
God,
called
I'd love to see
2099.
something in that universe.
But
Because the
at
Hans Zimmer
moment, it's
score
not
for
got the full-on
2049 is just
go-ahead.
sound effects. It wasn't much music. It was more just washes. Of
Yeah,
sound.
and who was the guy that did that? Was it
Hans Zimmer.
Hans, was
Yeah,
it? Okay.
It was Hans, yeah.
But people
He
were
had to
kind
throw
of
in some CS80 stuff. You know,
people
all
were
that,
disappointed with it, weren't they? I think.
It wasn't
movie was
super
alright.
melodic. It wasn't super
Yeah, but the
melodic.
music
it was a little
was-
bit more abstract. So
No, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking more about the music. The
Soundscape.
No, I'm talking
Like
about the
soundscape
music as
and
well.
shit.
The music
Yeah.
was a bit more abstract than Vangelis, for example.
Yeah,
Bit more abstract.
I mean,
Power.
I feel like, you know, we were talking about the CS80 last week with War of the Worlds, right? When you think about it, some of those sounds that a lot of us will just really gravitate to is the CS80.
Yeah.
There's so many examples of it. Like I was even like talking to my son the other day. We were in the car, and he's like, "Dad, play blah blah blah," and it ended up being Split Ends, and Split Ends had CS80 all over their music in the 80s because
Really?
Eddie Rayner owned a CS80. Yeah, absolutely. You can even see it in some of the videos if you go search in the YouTubes. There's decent videos. In fact, they had he's pretty influential to me, that guy, because I actually think back and I think, what are all the synths that I've always loved? And there's a few musicians that probably tick the box, like Jean-Michel Jarre and Vangelis and stuff, but he was one because I've always loved the Mellotron sound, and he used the Mellotron. I've always loved the Elka Selena sound. He used an Elka Selena. The Pro 1 he used, the CS80 he used, the Jupiter 8 he used. If you look at their album Time and Tide by Split Ends, it's got Jupiter 8 all over it and CS80 all over it. Yep.
Didn't know that.
So,
Let's check it out.
yeah.
I know there's stuff, but I don't know the track by track stuff really. So
The best way to check it out though is just literally, jump onto YouTube and watch the live, the live performances that they've got, because then you'll get the camera angles on Eddie playing his gear. And I used to always think Eddie was the guy that was the big piano guy, right? And I used to think he was the guy that always played all the really cool melodic piano bits in a lot of the stuff, and he was to some degree, but I found out more recently that it was Tim Finn that was the piano player. And in their early days when they had the prog rock stuff, Tim was the guy that wrote all the real progressive piano melodies and stuff in their music. And you actually go and find some of the old videos that they did in the 70s, and it's Tim sitting on the keys playing pianos. And I'm like, wow.
well, it's kind of like Toto, because Toto, most of the synthy stuff is that the one famous synthy guy in Toto.
Yeah.
My brain is fried. The piano-y melodic stuff is the other guy.
Yeah.
And that's the guy who ended up doing most of the music for Dune, the original Dune. Wasn't the synthy guy, it was the piano-y guy doing all that music with the orchestral stuff. Because I talked to that
David something or
I
other.
forgot his name. Yeah, I forgot his name, but I talked to the other guy. My brain, Steve Procaro. I talked to Steve at Synthplex, and was asking about Dune soundtrack, and he said, "Yeah, I had nothing to do with that. It was mostly the other guy."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The same thing with the Doors, right? A lot of people sort of, when you talk about the Doors, they talk about Jim Morrison, and they think it's a guitar-y type band. But if you actually listen to some of their big tracks, like Light My Fire and Riders on the Storm, it's the Rhodes and
Stranger,
the Hammonds and yeah,
it's
the
very
keys.
piano.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely the keys.
He's doing the bass line and all that stuff with it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And in fact, I've been I've been listening to a bit of the Doors more than usual lately, because I do love that sound. I love that sound. The Rhodes, the Hammonds,
it's good.
I don't know what was their main. I can't remember what he had. The main thing that he had. It was probably a Hammond, wasn't it?
You can see on that famous Ed Sullivan clip where he's there on the Ed Sullivan show. You can see the whole rig.
When he does the Riders on the Storm thing, is that the one?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think so. Or Touch Me, though. Touch Me, baby.
Was it a YC20? Was it, Steve? Was a Farfisa organ? Okay.
It was very colorful. It
Rhodes,
had the
right?
Typical organ key, key.
Could have been the Farfisa, yeah.
The Storm.
Yeah, I loved it anywing. I mean, when I was younger, I learnt to play Riders of the Storm because I actually loved it so much.
Oh, cool.
And one of the things being a kid, I used to want to get right was that that sort of the waterfall thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the high run. Yeah.
And then I remember showing my piano teacher it, and she was like, "You're not doing it right. You're not crossing your fingers over."
You gotta cross your fingers over. That's the technique.
She's probably right as well.
She was absolutely right.
That's why I took one piano class ever to learn some of that stuff with the crossing over and the posture and all that.
Yeah, grade. What was it? Grade 4? No, it might have been an earlier grade. Anyway, whatever it was.
They start pretty early with that stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I went that much further after that because I didn't like her after that. I thought she was a bitch.
Another thing about
music teachers. Yeah.
Another thing about Hans Zimmer and Blade Runner 2049. You can hear Osmos presets all over it. It's a good soundtrack, but that's an I know that preset. I know that preset. So it was one of the stars of the show.
Speaking of presets, I've been partaking in a major nostalgia trip watching all of the series of Star Trek Next Generation on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
And so we got a lot of LA synthesis on that, as well as orchestral stuff. But talking of getting distracted by things, some episodes and I miss 2 or 3 scenes because I'm listening to the music. Going, what is that? I know that. Which program number is that? I know that program number. How was that made? How did he build that program? About the original guy who did all the presets. And just hearing them using those synths in that era is kind of interesting because there's still quite a bit of orchestra, especially on the after the first series, the budgets go up because the series starts to get some success, and that's when they start going into more orchestral stuff, particularly in the opening theme, obviously.
It's like Deep Space Nine. They had a lot of brass fanfare for the opening credits and stuff, but there was tons of synthy bits all through it. You know?
Yeah, and you still get, speaking of things like COVID and the effects on production, effects of writers' strikes on television shows
They
up
have
a
those
lot
nightmare episodes where it's all like dreams, and then they have flashback sequences.
But the invention of the clip show made for writers' strikes.
Basically, yeah.
And the other thing that clip shows were made for, as I found out, was for when the people say, no, you're not having the $200,000 you asked for this scene. You're going to have to do it on 10. Okay, it's going to be a clip show. You're coming in over budget on a show, and you have to put in clip shows to stay under budget.
I bet if they could get the rights, they would have used some more clips of TOS and TNG, just again to recycle bits and stuff,
There was a bit more of that in Enterprise, which I quite enjoyed. I think they referenced quite a lot of different series in Enterprise.
Enterprise had some cool backstory stuff in it that was, had some pretty cool stuff.
Just going back to the Doors, I just wanted to just sign off on it because it bugged me. I knew it wasn't a Hammond or a Rhodes, and I think one of the guys in chat mentioned it. It was a Vox Continental that he played. The Ray guy. What was his name? Ray
Manzarek.
Manzarek, that's it.
Manzarek, it says there,
yeah. And that was the reason why I could never ever remember the name of it, because it was kind of like a weird, not
It's
so
a long
common.
name.
Yeah,
exactly.
The Vox Continental.
It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue.
Yeah. But he had didn't he have like a multi? He did have other stuff. He had a multi-tier.
He had a
stack,
two
yes,
decks,
the stack.
and they were like,
Two.
didn't he used to lean them? I think he, how a lot of keyboard players would have them sort of down lower, and you'd have your tiers, sort of in front of you, and you stand up. I'm pretty sure he used to have them like almost eye height up there, and he used to play like that, if I remember rightly. I think I don't know if I'm remembering this wrong, or if it was just my brain mucking it up, but I'm pretty sure I used to see him play like that. It might have just been at one concert that I saw he did it. I don't know, but anyway, that was kind of a weird sort of rack thing that a lot of people used to go, wow, this is cool, what's he doing? And that was Ray.
Giorgio Moroder did a crap ton of tilting his keyboards, didn't he? Because he had to fit so many of them.
Yeah, well, you had those friggin'
Had them so close to each other.
Yeah, it's a bit like what Darren's got behind him there.
Thank God for sequences, I can say.
I put a link of them on
Turn
Ed
that
Sullivan
off.
in the chat. You can actually see one of his layouts. So
Cool.
Oh, is that the Ed Sullivan one you're talking about?
one of them, yeah, they're on a couple times. One is a dark set and one is a light set.
I mean, the earlier days, he was probably just sitting at his keys, like you'd see. But I'm talking about the big. Yeah, so that.
Or was that a concert clip? I can't remember if that was a concert clip.
That's definitely a Vox Continental
Light
on the
My
bottom.
Fire, yeah.
There's definitely a Vox Continental on the bottom. I don't know what the thing is on the top is, though. But there was talk about. I don't know where it's gone now. Lost it. Anyway, wherever it's gone. Come back. Combo organ. Fender Rhodes. Yeah, I thought it might have been a Rhodes. Definitely has a Rhodes sound about it. Anyway, I reckon a lot of people who get into synthesis and synthesizers and that, they get sort of caught down that merry-go-round with, sawtooth waveforms and square wave, and they get that sort of subtractive synths, and before you know it, they kind of miss the whole organ world, the Rhodes, that sort of sound.
Partials,
yeah, and like electric pianos and things like that. Yep. And I think it's a kind of cool area, of synths. Not really, they're technically not synths, they're more keys, right? But it's definitely a cool area. And I think we talked about, Daren, you might remember Nord bringing out that release, I think it was late last year, the last thing that Nord brought out with you know, like all the different selections. Yeah. I mean, that's something that I'm still like thinking, geez, I might save some money up for that, because I still think about that thing.
The two-tiered.
Yeah.
It was two-tiered, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it again to remind you guys.
It's like, oh yeah, I can remember that, because not long after Roland brought out, in the same sort of red Nord looking.
Oh no, which one it was? Roland V stage, didn't they?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Same colour red, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was kind of like a clone. I can't find it now. Oh, geez, we've had some funny shows.
It was like...
May have been the one the week before. The V stage. You might be right, Darren. Yeah, the Piano 6, was it?
It could have been.
Oh, no, the Organ 3. The Organ 3, this is it here.
Yeah, the organ, because it was like a best of both worlds, wasn't it? Because that's how the organs would be set out in a two-tier system.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
There's something cool about that.
There is something like the Doors about this, isn't there? Don't you think? It's kind of
any of that kind of
semi-Vox Continental type vibe to it.
Multi-part.
But look at the drawbars and it's just so cool. I mean, this is obviously going to play organ sounds, right? But
yeah, you want to see someone use that form factor, but in synth sort of land.
I just love the look of it. I think it's insane.
Different. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You know.
Yeah.
That would be the perfect thing, wouldn't it?
Has anyone got one of these? That would be insane. If someone's got one of those. Do you guys remember the video? The video was insane. Like, you got to remember, Darren, you remember this surely. This is the video. Watch this.
I remember. It's supposed to have a really nice keypad as well.
It was a good jam.
Watch how it just changes its sound. Another sound change.
It's foot pedals controlling the Leslie.
That is insane, that organ. That is so cool. They're not cheap though.
Like the players too.
Yeah, they're not cheap at all. They're like $4,000 to get one of those suckers. I'll probably come down a bit in price.
Does he have the footboard for it too? I didn't notice. Was he using the footboard?
He had the footboard as well. That's
yeah,
more.
Because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, if you're wondering when that show was, that was when Korg brought out all those turntables. Do you remember the handy tracks?
Yes, I do remember.
That was that show. So Korg brought out all these different turntables, and the Nord had the two. They had a piano as well, and they had the organ. And then Korg also brought out the multi-poly in module format, and they brought out the plugin, the multi-poly plugin, and then they also announced the Mini Korg 700 SM, Pretty big week that week. What
Even that
date
little
was it?
YC, the
January this year.
Reface YC is pretty cool. I'm just not into organs that much, but it's a pretty cool little keyboard.
Yeah, but the only problem with it though, I mean, you're going to get the sound, but you're not going to be able to play it.
Hook a key or controller to it.
Yeah, true. You could, yeah.
Because Jonathan Cross plays amazing the jazzy sprinkle stuff he does by hooking a giant controller to the Reface CP.
Yeah.
And it sounds awesome.
Reface
cool.
EP's really good. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, it's really
That's
cool.
the only one that's never gone down in price. I didn't buy one because I never could get one on sale anywhere. CP holds its value.
Yeah, they never gets discounted, does it? At the end.
Can you still get Refaces?
Some of the other ones do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Last I looked.
I still want to get the CP because it has that kind of debug mode where it puts on a full-on piano. That's a really good piano. It's like a little trick.
Would you go with the best Reface then? Because it's the nice keyboards as well, aren't they?
The DX is really good. But
CS1
the
is
CS
pulling
is
out
also
CS1.
fun. The CS is also very fun. The problem is there are no presets, so you have to use the app to load your presets or just fiddle.
But you know what? I don't think that is really its intention. I don't think that's...
Oh, I know, but the presets are awesome because there's some stuff in there I could never dial in.
Yeah.
Using that app.
Anyway, the DX is good. Get the DX. Yeah.
DX is excellent. It's only 4-op, but it's amazing. It's really good.
So the one you reckon is that you can plug a controller in is the YC, right? Is that the one you're saying?
All of them. Yeah, any of them.
Yeah.
Are good for that.
I mean, I know you can, but I'm saying the YC's got the little drawbars and stuff on it.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
great. It's bright red. Yeah, it's very
It is,
showy.
Indeed. I mean, the DX is probably the one to get, though, out of all of them, because that one has the
DX is
proper-
wicked. Yeah.
the editing of the...
And it's so much easier to edit FM on there. Like the Op6, but not as fancy as the Op6.
It's only 4 operator, though. I think that was the only thing that let me...
But it's okay, though. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds very good.
Yeah, but still, why...
Some 4-op stuff is very thin.
Yeah, why? Why
But
only
they did a
4-op?
really good job on it.
I mean, surely
the
they could have,
It's like
beefed it a bit.
boutiques putting a cheap processor so they can't get, A parts.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But yeah,
Damn companies in there, cheapskate stuff.
I mean, I don't really feel like I'll ever be buying a DX Reface or a CP or a YC. I don't think I'll ever be buying those personally, because it's not...
Oh, they're fun. I like it.
Yeah.
Plus, I got the ears you can strap on and make it a keytar.
They
There's a
do?
keytar thing for the Reface.
They
Any of
do,
the
yeah.
Refaces. Yes. I put it on my DX. Just
Where
because.
do you put it on? This doesn't have ears on it.
Attached to the sides. It's brackets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think you undo the screws and then put it through
Oh,
there.
okay. Yeah.
Something
Fair
like
enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, geez, look at the time. I'm going to have to get going. Busy day tomorrow. Yeah.
that. But if you look at like Digitact, Digatone, the stuff from
The Electron,
Electron, the Digatone is wicked, and it's also 4-op. So 4-op isn't always bad.
Alchemy's Castle is 4-op.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Plenty of stuff out there. There's plenty of apps for the iPad as well that are also only 4-op.
I got the Behringer one, Bicky. So I don't have a real one. I've got a Behringer one. But I think the Bicky's asked me if I've got a 2600. I've got the Behringer one. I feel like it does the job. It's sitting there, right in the corner, right where my finger is. That's it there. I feel like I don't use it enough, eh? I should probably get that thing moved up here a bit closer.
Nobody puts 2600 in a corner.
Well, this whole wall along here is basically modular in a way, because you've got eurorack modular here, and then you've got 19-inch rack modular, and then you've got the 2600 down the end. So definitely we've done it. We've featured it a few times over the years. We did
Entire shows about it before.
we did the R2D2 sound on it one week. Yeah. Bring it back out.
it's probably time for a revisit.
We could do. I've done this before. We could just do a let's do a patch on the 2600. See what we can come up with. I mean, there's so many things you could do. Like you could say, right, let's go Depeche Mode, right? Because they love the 2600. So let's get some sounds Depeche Mode have. Like let's get like say, Waiting for the Night. We could get the sounds out of that, or we could go Jean-Michel Jarre, Equinox, the bass line in Equinox, or we could do the Who. We could do Who.
Joe Zawinul stuff. He loved the
yeah.
2600.
So we could try some of this stuff out if you want, and you could just pick one. I mean, you can't do like a bunch of them on one show because it's difficult. But yeah, definitely.
Or Edgar Winter Frankenstein. Do that patch.
I don't know if
There's a great video of him playing with the band where he actually picks up the controller like a guitar and wails on it. It's really cool.
The one that I used to always love is you'd watch. I can't remember if this is the 2500 or the 2600, but you'd watch the French man Jean-Michel. He had this custom like CV control knob that he had made, right? And obviously it was just a standard control voltage cable, and he had it set connected up to the filter, and it was like. It has to be the 2600 because it was really overdriven, the filter sound on it, and I'm pretty sure the 2500 wasn't as overdriven as a sound anyway. This could be me, I could be wrong. But you'd see him in videos, like especially if you're looking at that live in your living room in 2007, which they did, where they all got back together and they did the Oxygen again. And you can see him kind of just really cranking that knob to try and get the filtery sound out of a 2600. It's pretty cool, and I can just see what connections you do on the Behringer to get that to do it easily, and it's just kind of it's so simple. We're all thinking, oh, what's the big deal? It's just a knob, but it's just the way he's had his thing made in a box, and it's really big and chunky. And when you're seeing him playing it, and he's like, it's just such a performance thing.
Well, it's just like the EXT box on the boutique synth that you have.
Yeah.
Right. I have that as well. That big knob gives you that extra fidelity.
Oh hell yeah!
And
yeah.
smoothness and more control over it. So.
Well, it's also analog as well.
Yeah.
Whereas the other knob on the thing itself, knob on the thing is digital. Yep. Exactly. That's why Studio Electronics actually made the EXT box.
I love that EXT box. It's cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. I'm sitting over there. And I did, like, I don't know, you guys probably go back through my live jams and stuff. I did one pretty cool. I think it was a pretty cool jam that I did with the SEO2, sorry. With the EXT box on it. And it was kind of Pink Floyd-y in a way. It was a bit Pink Floyd-y, but why not? Why the fuck not? If you like it, do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a vibe.
Just word of warning, I said this before. You can power bank your SEO2 to make it mobile with the little converter thing. You cannot power bank the EXT box. It fried when I did it. So
oh, really?
Oh. There's no voltage protection in it, so.
Wouldn't be hard to add it though. Wouldn't be hard to add it.
Yeah, maybe externally add a cable or something like that to it.
Yeah.
Thingy. But that's a shame because it'd be nice to make that a portable system.
I wouldn't be surprised if the inner workings of that EXT box is a Eurorack type config. I wouldn't be if I opened it up. Yeah, I reckon it would be.
Well, then it should take more juice though. That's the thing. This thing, just a simple power bank attached to it, was not happening.
Well, that all depends on. I mean, they give you a power supply with it, right? That all depends on what the conversion's happening on the board. On the other side.
It's the same voltage as says on the back of the box, but it just normally you can hook a larger gas tank to things and it's fine. But I think it was shoving too much down the pipe or something for it. It fried it.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. Because polarity was correct, voltage was correct. The only variable was how many amps. And normally that doesn't matter, but in this case
current can cause problems in circuits. It is, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like generally speaking, you don't starve a circuit in current. That's the opposite effects. Like,
Yeah, right.
But if you usually oversupply a circuit in current, it shouldn't worry it in most cases.
And
It
I
should-
smelled it. I said, "Uh-oh, that's bad. I could smell the burn." Right?
Yeah. I mean, the way
Something got hot.
the way direct current works, it depends. You'd have to look at the way he's designed his circuit, but it kind of, I'd be scratching my head a bit about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be too.
Because you understand how
could probably put
DC
something
works,
else.
right?
Hmm.
Direct current works a
Yeah.
certain way.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Weird.
imagine if that was an AC circuit, Chris. That would be interesting, right? It's possible. People have done AC synth circuits. I've seen them.
Oh yeah,
And I think
I've got a few here.
there was a show where Robbie was trying to find a power supply with Kent and me, and we're on, like, I think it was on the pub, and Robbie kept finding these power supplies in his box of power supplies, and we kept saying, Robbie, it's not AC, that's DC. You need an AC power supply. And I can't remember what it was. It was for something. Yeah, I had
Lisa's
the same
maybe?
thing. But it's rare.
Places.
Yeah, it could have been. It's a rare thing anyway that you see AC circuits, but I don't think it is. I think it's DC, Andy. I think it's a DC circuit. So in that situation,
Probably.
I feel like there's maybe
Probably add
there's no bridge rectifier in it, Chris, or something.
Well, all I can think of is that it's a DC. There'll probably be DC to DC converters.
Yeah.
To get you a dual power supply for the circuit from a single supply input. The only thing I can think of is that they had a current draw that was unlimited, and when they plug in their adapter, it didn't create an issue. But when you plug in something with more power, it does, and it's just basically a circuit design bug.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Well, they probably never figured anyone's going to do it. Like, no one's going to make it mobile. But I like making shit mobile, so it's...
Yeah,
Everything else I've
it's
plugged in
probably-
never fried like that. So it's...
No,
I
exactly.
mean,
It's
theoretically,
unusual.
they probably have the right to say you should only use our power supply that we supplied you.
Yeah, but
they-
the specs are the specs,
Yeah.
right? So,
But at the same time, power supplies break. You're not going to source them. They might be out of business.
like, I have the whole Moog Mother Trio in a stand, and they have individual power supplies the way they designed it. I have individual batteries for each one, just going straight in with the little converter cable. And they work beautifully. Never had a problem with those.
It's because they're Moogs. Design their
They
power.
spec them.
protection
they spec 'em
properly,
much
yeah.
better. Yeah.
Not always, but yeah, most of the time they do.
But yeah,
Well,
Yes.
those were at least. Can't speak for all of them. But
Yeah.
maybe a source is not well spec'd or something, but
I mean, this does come down that whole right to repair sort of topology, right?
exactly.
So, yeah. Anyway, that's actually rearing its head again, but that's another topic for another day. We should go. It's getting late, and I've got to get up early tomorrow. See you, boys.
Henrik JX3D has a show later today, so keep your eyes peeled.
Go watch it. Yep.
Louis show. Yep.
Senior Synth stream. Yeah.
Cool. All right. See you, everyone, and we'll catch you next.
Yeah.
It's next Saturday. I don't know if it's next Saturday. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be gone. Maybe.
I won't be here next Saturday. Be at my sister's.
Let me double check. What
Celebrating
date is
her
it? Next
birthday?
Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, I think next Saturday I'm here. I think it's the 22nd that I'm not. Okay.
Right. So we'll miss each other.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh.
we'll sort it out. We'll get messages out to people. All right.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Good to
Bye.
see you.
guys.
Thanks, Daren, Andy,
Take
Chris.
care.
See you guys.
Thank you.
All the best.
Chris, Andy, Ranzee.